Welcome everybody to Towers and Gods, episode 135. Today I'm joined by our incredible cast. We have Milios as Brack Bronson.
Hello everyone. If you're like me and you're an avid gamer, you know, you've been gaming since you can remember, there is a Steam sale that's going on. Stay away from it. It's the devil. Don't follow the devil.
That's not where I thought I was going.
It wants all of your money, not some, the whole paycheck. But you know, if you do happen to peruse the deals, pick up both Path of the Teal Lotus. That game is amazing. That's my public service announcement. Back to you, Joe.
Thank you, Milios, and thank you for the PSA. We're gonna hop on down to, we have Ruka as Ace. Welcome.
Ayo guys, let's go. I'm excited for, I was gonna have things to say and then my brain just went, so
Shoot.
we're just gonna bypass that. This is a good energy drink. We're gonna have fun tonight, so. And thank you for the memberships in the chat. I just see things going.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Nice.
Black Reaper popping off. I'll definitely shout you, but thank you, Black Reaper. But going over to the left, we have Hannah. We no, you gotta chat more. We have Hannah as Hot Eden.
Hi everybody, welcome to the streams. Like Ruka, I had a whole bit planned and now I've just completely forgotten what it was. It did have to do with K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't remember. It had something to do with couch, but I forget the entire bit. Anyway, go watch that if you haven't. It's pretty cool and the music's a bop.
It's great.
Yeah, other than that, fun, shenanigans, drama, what could unfold, and maybe some new artwork.
Looking forward to finding out. Going up from Hannah, we have Iseer as Kunjongse.
Yo, what up, gang? I do want to second what Milio said, but I also want to disagree with him and say that if you see a game you really like, go ahead and spend the money. You know, money comes, money goes. But games, experiences, you need those now.
That's the devil talking. Don't listen to him.
It 100%
False acolyte.
Don't make Milios and I start talking about Roth IRAs and ETFs again, okay?
Look, all I'm going to say is, as an aside to that, go play Expedition 33. Because I've gotten back into that game for real.
I do agree.
I'm trying not to spoil it for you guys.
I finally started playing that a couple weeks ago.
Yes!
I'm near the end of Act 2. It's a freaking masterpiece. I love that game. I don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
We could do a whole episode talking about this game.
But we'll save it for an in-between.
Just play it. Just play the damn
I
game.
said it's making me learn
say.
French again for singing.
That's so cool. That's so cool. A great excuse.
Yeah,
a great
my French
reason.
is real rusty though.
That's fair. That's fair.
Real rusty. But I still want to do a cover. There's one song I really want to cover, so we'll see if I can get to it.
Okay. Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. I was gonna say something too. I was gonna be like, and now my turn to do a bit, and I don't remember what it is. So look at us. Look at us. Oh my God.
That's the bit. Listen, we made a bit out of not having a bit.
Yeah!
Hey, look at us. Now that's true freaking.
No bits.
On the spot improvising.
No bits, no brain cells. That's the bit for tonight.
Let's go. You know, my bit is gonna be thanking everybody who donated today. Thank you for the support, Master Gold 1999. Zelda fact: Twilight Princess was originally gonna have a magic bar like in Ocarina and Wind Waker, but was cut late in development. So late you can see it in a screenshot on the back of the game case. Huh.
Oh.
I actually know that. Twilight Princess is my favorite game.
A magic bar.
Good looks, Master Gold. Good looks.
Was it like maybe a rating issue with like having a bar in the game? Some kind of oh no, magic as in
No, like
okay.
yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
He got it.
I got there. I thought about the game.
I saw your brain like
No
starting
bits,
to
no
catch
brain
up.
cells.
I got there. All right. Well, that's pretty
Tired.
interesting.
He's tired, everybody.
Wait a minute.
Well, there's like a moo.
Return.
Exactly. I was just like a moo bar. So I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Gold. Black Reaper with the 40 gifted memberships. Thank you, Black Reaper, for your support. Seeing all the green names in the chat, and appreciate your support as always. Now people can use Towers and Gods emojis. So shout out. Gold, I've never played Twilight Princess, so I don't know the lore. I don't know the mechanics of the game.
Oh, Joe, Bro,
To be
we're
fair,
supposed to
Joe.
be friends, bro. What the?
I'm sorry.
God,
Joe,
dude.
don't worry.
After
I'm with
all
you,
we've
my
been
brother.
through.
Thank
I
you.
haven't
I'm
played
not,
a
bro.
single-
Go
I
play
never
the
played
game
the Wii
now,
Zelda
right
games. I
now,
don't know what it
right
was.
now,
I never played
bro.
a Zelda game.
Okay, I'm not quite that far
technically,
yet.
Twilight Princess was both Wii, GameCube,
Listen,
and Wii U.
yes,
So I
yes.
mean,
We are best friends, and
We are.
I played
Look,
Ocarina
I-
and Majora's Mask. That's
I've been educated.
And those are
in
great
other ways.
games, but
Yeah.
so is Twilight fucking
Twilight
Princess.
Princess is a different experience. It just is. It just
Thank
is.
you,
I know.
Ruka.
okay.
my bad.
welcome.
Also Switch. I forgot.
Yeah, I
Switch
played
as well.
Breath of the Wild. Yeah, it's true.
The only Nintendo console I had was the Wii, and I just played the Force Unleashed and Wii Sports. So
Listen,
Honestly,
I
though, Wii
enjoyed
Sports
Skyward Sword on the Wii, and if
was
I
the
can
best.
survive that,
That shit was rough.
fair. Yeah, so Sun is unfortunately not here today, guys. Busy summer for the great Sun Wu. He's a busy man, but he'll be back at some point. He is still he's fine. Like, he's just busy this summer, and he shall be back. Do not worry. He's still training in
and
the
he
gourd.
gave us
Whoopsie.
he gave
Yeah.
us the blessing to continue to play. So
Yeah, he did.
otherwise, you wouldn't have us at all. This
That's
summer,
true.
so-
You wouldn't have us for like 2 entire months. So yeah,
Exactly.
Shout
who's
out.
cooking though in the background? Like
He's-
his
he
character's
is
still
cooking.
He
going.
is. He is.
Uh-huh.
Definitely.
There's some dope shit coming up for sure.
definitely. But yeah. So I guess we should go ahead and get started. By the way, there was a lot of crashes happening. I figured out what it was. There was another reason that the OBS kept crashing. It was Stream Elements. Shout out Stream Elements. Something I was using.
shout them out.
For no, I'm shouting them in like a negative way, like
okay.
you know, to be like,
Calling them out.
why was your
Calling them
program
out.
crashing my
like,
OBS?
Like when you fuck up and your parents are like, hey, and they use like your whole government name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stream D Elements. Yeah. So we should be good from now on. Banking on it.
Heck yeah.
All right.
knock on
Well,
wood.
knock on
Knock on.
wood somewhere. We're going to go ahead and get started. So we're in the middle of the new arc that we started on floor 99 last time on Towers and Gods. Everybody arrived on floor 99. We did a bit of Shion sleuthing, discovering what happened to her hometown and her brother, eventually realizing that Shiro is missing and there's no information regarding him whatsoever. So currently the NPCs, so Leaf, Hugo, Victor, and Shion are investigating that back in the city of the town of Three Swords, while the rest of Recall decided to swing by and see what was going on with Iseer's proposal regarding Al and regarding potentially assisting them in return for asking for Recall's help in investigating Al's condition. So we're picking up there where we left off. We also had Eden go a little crazy, something literally kind of possessing her for some reason. That's pretty much where we ended off. We're gonna pick up right there. So let's do it. I never know what song to start with, so all reliable.
Oh God.
Let's do it. All right. So my favorite song. This is a good track. So yeah, I know Zhang kind of taking charge. You more or less agreed to at least initially Iseer's proposal, I believe. They offered to assist in the searching for Shion's brother, as well as their initial offer, which was helping you all fully unlock your fate potential with all your fate abilities that you've been slowly kind of incorporating into your movesets throughout your climb. Do you have anything else to add to that? Like, I know Zhang somewhat agreed to it. I guess we could start with Zhang. I'm curious to know what Zhang's thinking or what he's doing right now.
I mean, he's pretty much what I said last episode, which is that, you know, he doesn't really have any love or goodwill towards Iseer. He kind of sees this all as just pretty much a straight business transaction. They need something from them, they need something from us, so, you know, give and take. That's the universal currency and all that. You know, I'd say, like, so he you know, he's here to do this thing, but like doesn't really care about this woman who's asleep or Iseer, really, you know.
Yeah.
Like the people here. He's obviously more concerned about like what's going on with Shion and where she is,
Right.
and, you know, hoping that she's, you know, figuring out or
Sure.
or you know, like getting whatever it is she needs to get.
It's yeah, like you said, like a purely business move, a business transaction here. Do what you got to do. Fair enough, absolutely. Now I want to hop over to Eden here. Now we do indeed. You just recently went through this experience. And is Eden so now that the experience has been kind of you've been like restrained and that kind of thing, like what's going on with Eden right now? And do we get to see do we get to show things?
We do get to show
Okay,
things.
Cool. Go ahead and take over while I put this on screen.
All right. So, Eden was restrained by look at her new arm.
She's looking great.
She's looking like something. I don't know. Great's the right word.
She's looking.
No, that's fire. That's fire.
That's what I'm saying. It's fire. It's fire. Yeah.
It's fire resistant, actually.
It is. Anyway, so Eden was restrained by Zhang and Ace. Zhang interrupted whatever Shinsu flow was there because it wasn't Eden's.
Right.
And Ace helped her. Chat. God damn it. She's old, okay? She's like she's pushing 900. Give her a break.
Fair. Fair.
And she, after being restrained and Zhang severing that tie, kind of fell back unconscious. Due to that whole lovely murderous possession that took her over. So I know Dal Era?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Had sent some tools over to do the things.
Right.
And Ace and Zhang were near her, if I remember correctly. It's been a couple weeks. And so she's on the ground, kind of unconscious, but she's starting to come to. Mm-hmm. And like I said, Zhang and Ace and everybody in the cave heard another voice come out of her when she was screaming, "I'm going to kill you," to the lovely princess laying on the ground over there, whose name is Al. So there was a big to-do about all of that jazz. And then this is what Eden has looked like for a while now, but I finally got the art.
Nice.
She's in this fire-resistant suit, and she's got some mechanic adornments, and she might get another one here in just a second. So that's where she's at. So she's starting to come to. I would say Ace and Zhang, you guys. Roll Arcana for me, just for funsies.
Oh, shoot.
What you see.
Arcana time.
Once,
I'm not like Zhang here. I'm not like, oh, my best stat.
Well, it is my best damn stat, so let me go ahead.
I'm a woman of science.
Yeah. Technology.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Damn. Dude, I feel like you always roll 19 plus 8 on that. Or plus 9. It's so great. I love it.
All right, so Brack and Ace, you guys feel heat. And it's similar to the heat that you normally feel like Eden kind of is resistant to. But there is you both are struck by this almost ravenous hate that comes along from this heat. And Ace, like, you feel your Shinsu tattoos kind of like flaring and bubbling up in a weird way that's kind of like you're adept enough to stave it off, but there's like some red mixed with black, and it's kind of this weird, you haven't felt that before. It's almost like an unending passion to destroy. And it's, I would say, depending on Ace, it might be
that before.
It's a little troublesome. Brack, the waves of your Shinsu being so tied into how the ebb and flow of the Shinsu at the tower go, you see those waves become dark and bloody, and again with that same ravenous feel that when an ocean overtakes like a boat or a person, just that constant, unending, ravenous feeling that only the power of the ocean actually has in nature. And Zhang, with your lovely high roll, when you severed that, it kind of snapped back to an old Gasu mindset in a not very fun way. Something you've been trying to like work to get away from. But it kind of brings back that hopeless rage and ravenous despair that you've been really working hard to stave off. As you snapped it, in your mind's eye, because you rolled so high, you see a woman, long black hair, very fancily dressed. You immediately know who this is. And for the briefest a glimpse, you see this woman enraged, eyes red, just like throw this wine glass down onto the floor before that snaps out of your mind. And she was angry because of what you did. Which your arm also in this fun little thing, it twitches. It twitches in a not fun way. It's kind of like when you get that initial jerk of a Charlie horse, but in your arm. But you don't have any muscles there. You just got shinsu. And so it's a little disturbing, this effect that you all have experienced and witnessed. And Zhang, as you look down at Eden, who's on the ground, for the briefest of moments, because of your Shinsu attunement and soul attachment to a degree, you see this almost magma-like Shinsu on Eden's chest flash for the briefest of moments before it goes out. That's where we're at. Hi, Chrono.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
I looked up and I saw the tail and I was like,
yeah,
there he is.
Yeah.
So Eden's on the ground. She's like kind of breathing heavy and she's starting to come to. So if anybody wants to do anything there, the floor is open for you. Otherwise, I will continue to yap as the professional yapper.
Can I do the thing, Henna, or do you want me to wait?
Give it a second. I'll give you a prompt.
Okay.
Okay. So if nobody has anything, Ian will start to come to, and she's gonna look up at Ace and Zhang and kind of like see these floating tools, and she's like, "What the?"
Yeah, they're just like
It's
kind of
you?
like encircling Eden's body.
And she's gonna look around. What's going on?
Kinda lost your mind.
What? Lost my mind?
And then Dal'Era will just say, "Stay calm. You are safe now."
Put it. She's gonna like sit up and like as closest to Ace, and she'll be like, "Did I see that before?"
Dal'Era?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't have use for her services, but with that little tantrum you just threw, yeah.
I am not that though. I am Dal'Era.
Hi. Okay. And as Eden like starts to say that, Zhang, Ace, you're the closest to her. You see that pulse of that magma Shinsu again, and you start to see Eden's eyes go back to that red. As Eden sat up and caught a glimpse of Alphid laying
okay.
there.
So it's coming back a little
Okay,
bit.
so
Click.
so that's what I was gonna ask. Like, were we able to ascertain is the word, that girl was that was what the trigger was? That's what set
Yeah.
her off.
100%.
Okay, so I think then Jong would have at least tried to like position himself so that he's blocking Eden's view of her,
Okay.
so that she doesn't at least have like so that we don't just do that again.
Right. Into it.
Rinse and repeat.
Right. That's fair. And like she does catch a glimpse, and you start to see that, and like one of her eyes goes completely, and Ace, Eden like grabs your hand really hard, and Eden's looking a little she's looking a little weak weaker than she has, but it's a strong grip. And with one eye dark and one eye normal, she's gonna say, "Do it."
Yeah. Ace was already kind of like itching for it, but she didn't want to just like surprise Eden.
Yeah.
So Ace like quickly like rummages through her inventory and stuff, and she takes out a choker. And the choker has a little rain family symbol in the middle of it. It's one of Ace's designs that she had been developing for Jong a long time ago when his arm was having complications. It was a test back then. It wasn't successful, but she's been working on it for decades at this point. It is a Shinsu suppression type of device, and so she puts it around Eden's neck in particular. And Ace like puts it into place. She like checks everything. She has her own device connected to it. Like she makes sure that it's properly in the center of her neck, and essentially it's on her neck so that it covers the majority of her body. The thyroid, the neck is attached to everything, and so it feeds into all of that. Whereas Jong's was on his arm going down. So this is definitely the big boy. It's definitely the highest level of this device that she has.
And Eden had seen her work on it, which is how she knew to reference it, because even Eden in this moment knows that Shinsu is foreign to her.
Right.
And like you can like Ace, you would definitely see like fear in her eyes of like what was that? Because like she was like half conscious this time, and like you staved it off. And in staving it off, Ace, because you were touching her, you also get a little glimpse of a woman, dark hair, adornments, a pipe. You can almost smell the tobacco.
Ace just flipped her off.
you see the glass that Jong saw. It's broken on the floor. It's almost like you're getting an actual glimpse back through the current that might have detached itself to Eden.
Oh, wow. Cool.
And you lock eyes with this woman for the briefest of seconds. And I want Ace to form her own opinions about Nefta in this moment.
Ooh, lovely question.
She just stares at Nefta and goes, "Huh, bitch." And then sends the wave back. She's like, "I'm not scared of you. Get out, hag. Like, time's up."
Cruella de Vil. Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aren't there some puppies somewhere you gotta attend to? Like, get out of here.
And so through that, you get a sense of disgust, but also interest because you stood up to her. It is a weird moment of strange approval through that current because of what you did.
Hey, congratulations.
You successfully failed.
No,
Well
take
done.
it back.
Add it. It's like a new feat on your
Nefta
character
approves,
sheet.
Ace
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Confession at camp. Wait. That's not what I wanted. I think Ace is like, she's like interpreting all of that and like kind of like has Eden steady. She'll just like give her reassuring like, "Listen, you're gonna be okay." Ace, it's common knowledge that Ace has kept a very close eye on every single bit of Team Recall, like information. Like she's like the Percy of the team, where ever since she's joined,
Right.
she has notes on each one, their strengths, their weaknesses, in a way so that she can assist them with weapons and with their medical help. Like anything that
Right.
she notices or observed, she's kept track of. So we've seen this partially with Eden before. Nothing comes as like quite a full surprise to Ace, and she's been developing these suppression cuffs for each member of Team Recall should she need to enact certain things because of how powerful they all are. Like she's got fail safes for a lot of different things, and so this is the first time she's had to actually use one on Eden. But Eden herself has known that it's been in development for a while. So
Too many years
she's
of
kind of
rooming
reassures
together.
her. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So actually, can I comment really quick? Because I
Yeah.
gave me an idea that I think Percy would be somewhat
he's here,
reacted.
I forgot.
Yeah, he is here. And so I kind of was thinking, like, I think he would probably, like, somewhat feel some of, like, the waves coming off of Eden here, and I think he would kind of, like, his eyes would grow wide, and he would kind of shiver a little bit and, like, almost withdraw in fear.
I would say Percy probably got a third-person view of the interaction between Jong and Nefta and Ace and Nefta.
Yeah, he catches, like, a glimpse,
he got a glimpse
as well.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. So you all can clearly see that he reacts to this vicious energy.
Okay. All right. I don't like that. What was that? And she'll, like, look to Dalera, Gabriel, and Percy of, like, was this a you guys thing?
Okay.
Because Eden doesn't know.
Right.
She didn't see what y'all saw.
I think Gabriel would be the...
Gabriel.
What do I do?
No, I forgot. Ace was actually the last episode, Ace was gonna start with this, and she didn't because I forgot.
Okay.
But as Eden does that, and she looks at him like, was this you guys? Ace gives Gabriel, like, this dagger look of, like, you knew we were coming here. You knew who this was, and you still thought that was a good idea?
He just, like, stops and ponders. And he looks to you, Eden. He doesn't respond to Ace, but he kind of responds to her through talking to Eden.
How dare you!
He just says, I would never intentionally put you in a position like that, and I apologize. You may leave if you wish, Eden, and may not if you wish to not participate in this mission. I completely understand. However, and he like kneels down next to you, and you more than anyone else in the team have communicated with Gabriel and gotten to know him somewhat and his personality, and he this is definitely, like, one of those only time, the first time you really remember him showing, like, this level of, like, he gets really close and there's almost a glint of, like, curiosity in his eye, more so in a mixture of, like, almost a scientific curiosity, but a mixture of some concern. You can tell some of it's also, like, he wants to know what's going on with you because he did not expect that to happen, and so he gets kind of close. Percy. Yeah? And Percy goes over. And Gabriel gives him a look, and Percy shares. I saw a woman. A really scary-looking woman. I think, and then Gabriel just nods. That's all I have to know. He turns back to you, Eden. What did she do to you? I know
Eden
some
look
of
around
your
at everybody
story.
like, what are they talking about? Because she didn't see
Right,
it. So she's
right.
like, what do you...
Is there do Jong and Ace, like, I mean, like, clearly you two saw it as well.
Well, the first thing that Jong is going to do is turn to whoever else is here, like Iseer-wise.
Oh, okay.
And ask them to get this girl out of the room.
Yeah,
Because
that's
again,
right.
he's in damage
He's
control
like
mode.
he's like the
Clearly, like,
construction
we've
manager.
identified the trigger, and nobody is
Get her out!
responding to the fact that, like, that is what's making all this shit happen. So,
Honestly,
let's
a
get
fair
her
point.
The fuck out of here.
Get it, fair point.
Good call.
Dalera will. You can tell that, like, she introduced herself as, like, an apprentice of Tierseth's in regards to his healing ability. But you get the impression that with how long this girl has been like this, that she's also, like, her personal caretaker, and so it's like she's done this a million times before. She personally cradles her in her arms and, like, floats a little bit off the ground and floats out towards the entrance where you all came from, where Leonida is guarding the cave. And so her and the body of the girl are no longer in view.
I imagine Ace and Jong would probably, like, handcuff eyes on Eden to, like, have her not see that go past, I'm assuming, of some sort
Right.
of extra blocking.
I assume, based on what Jong said earlier, yeah.
Yeah, Jong does that. Ace will just lift a hand and be like, just go with it. Just for a second. Yeah. Her gloved hands. And then she'll lean into Eden, still like giving sharp eyes to Gabriel, because she doesn't for a second believe that any of them were unaware of how Eden responds to princesses or her past with princesses.
That's fair, and I think Gabriel would, in his explanation, he would frame it as he knew about her history of princesses, but the specific thing that happened to Eden's body he wasn't aware of. Like, you can, you know what I mean? Like he could accept blame for like putting your
excuse. It's just Ace as Eden's close friend and like, you know, recall versus Iseer. She's just like.
For sure.
Scary dog privileges.
No, exactly. No, that's exactly. Ace is the 6'3" scary dog over Eden's little frail little body right now. Okay, she's just glaring at the little deer like, I just try me. Okay, I know.
Damn.
So she just leans in. Yeah, well, she's on it right now.
Can we call him Bucky's now?
Oh my gosh.
That
was a pre-game. We were talking about Bucky's and Wawa, so
Bucky's is true.
I'm sorry. Nailers or Bucks. I'm here all week.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
She'll whisper to Eden real quick. Just she'll your mom, but not in the funny way.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified, because normally that coming from you is generally not that.
It was my name in Iseer for a hot second to start with, so with context, you know.
Yeah.
But no, you kind of had a moment, and then we saw her. Yeah.
You. And she's like looking around at everybody, like. That explains a lot. How did you? Okay, so you saw her. Okay.
Ace is traumatized.
What did she do to you?
She approved. Disgusting.
Wait. My mother approved of you?
Don't speak it. We gloss over it. Keep going.
Oh, no.
What can I say?
Ace, you should be really scared. When she approves of people, that's a double-edged sword. Wow, Eden's really tiny.
I'm about to say, that is the canon.
Listen, I'm working on it. Let me cook. Okay, I'm getting there.
You would think that like Ace would be scared, but there's this moment where she kind of shrugs, like that she's aware of kind of what she is and what Nefta might have seen in her.
Like narrow her eyes at Ace. You flipped her off, didn't you? Okay.
Am I wrong?
I'm
sorry. And like
you're not
having
wrong.
this like in front of Gabriel. Like
they're just like.
You're not wrong. She likes.
Someone had to say it.
She likes strong women. And you stood up to her, and you didn't die. So that probably impressed her.
Well, you gotta tell her I'm a married woman. I don't swing that way. I appreciate it. Not my type. I'm pretty sure Gabriel had a question for you.
Hi. Eden's like thinking about like the concubine houses that Nefta has, and she's like, she's good, she's fine.
It's fine. No one can pin me down. Just pretend this isn't, you know.
Oh my god.
Hey, Gabriel. Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I let my composure get the best of me. You've seen me worse, though, right?
I'm sorry for putting you in that position. I promise it wasn't intentional in terms of the reaction you experienced. Again, if you wish to sit this mission out, I understand completely. The other four, and he looks around and Wu's still in the gourd. The other three of, he's like, damn, we're down a lot of people. The others, I'm sure, Ace and Jong and Brack, the three of you would, I'm sure, be more than enough to handle the mission. And then Flux walks forward. I'm going to, don't forget what we talked about. Right, of course.
Gosh, she was here. She was in the shadows. Yeah, so what did I do? And what did I see? I'm
Gabriel
really fuzzy.
Gabriel would tell you exactly what Eden did.
Oh, okay.
And
it's
give
just
the give the full description of what actually happened.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and like you see like Eden's actual like personal like eyes go dark, but not in like a bad way, just like a, ooh yeah, that would explain a lot. So why are we trying to wake her up? Why are we trying to help her? She'll look at Percy because she remembers what Percy told them on Avalon. She's like,
Yeah.
Why is this? I thought you said they were Al, not Alphid Jahad.
Well, that's we call her Al. It's a term of
That's
endearment.
cute, Percy. Government names are helpful with context.
But she's no longer a member of Jahad's empire, so we don't really like to.
Percy, darling, you never leave.
But we respect her
like,
wishes.
She says that with like like a strange conviction that
Yeah. That's
it
fair.
would probably
Right.
disturb Percy to a degree. Of,
Okay.
she
I like
has
that.
that level
Right.
of intimate knowledge of like you don't get to just walk away. You're in it. So, and so she'll like look at him and like, I'm glad you respect her wishes, but she's committed to someone else. Forever. So why is she with Iseer?
Well, simply put, she wishes to fulfill her dream, like we all do. And in fact, and he like uses the term dream to like, what's the term? Like transition into a, segue into turning back to Al's body, or well, she's not there, where her body used to be, and once she is awake or once you encounter her, you may ask her yourself. We do not know the full extent of her condition, but we do think that once you help her along within her dream, things should go back to normal. And then we'll fulfill our end of the bargain. Turns back to Jong. And then, if you wish to never have anything to do with us ever again, we understand. Fluxvok scoffs.
When did she show up to Iseer?
It would have been a few hundred years ago at this point. Her condition worsened as time went on, leading to a complete level of unconsciousness that you see now. But during that time, her growth and her command as leader of the bishops cannot be understated. Even with her condition the way it has been since, and then he trails off, since what happened to her.
Eden kind of like gives him a very like, I'm not going to insight check him, but she would if she could.
Right, okay.
Because she's like, you don't just get a princess. Like in her mind, she's like, this is a weird like turn of events that she wasn't expecting.
Okay.
Gabriel, be honest with me. You don't just want her for the weapon, do you? Is that in Dalira's possession?
We do indeed have her weapon. And no one has used it since she's been like this. The luminous June is not just something that any of us will pick up and ignite on a whim.
You shouldn't.
He gives you a look of understanding what Eden that Eden understands more than anyone here, and then he continues. I do not wish to say too much regarding her life. The important details are that she ended up joining Iseer after her dream became unfulfilled and impossible without the assistance of Father.
Was her dream not becoming Jahad's wife?
He looks at you again and kind of narrows his eyes a little bit, wondering what you're alluding to or possibly getting at. Initially, I'm sure.
Does
it was.
Gabriel give the impression that he knows a lot about the princess system?
Well, I think he would. I think so. The impression. Okay, good question. I think the impression you would get is that he knows more than the average knight of Iseer. I think it's him. So, like, even since the time of you knowing him, like, he's clearly even wiser. Like, he not necessarily wiser, but just more knowledgeable. Like, in terms of the way that he speaks and conducts himself. It's clear that he has some level of, during his time in transitioning to possibly become a new bishop for them, I think it's led to him being like learning things. So you do get the impression that he is fairly knowledgeable about these matters, even if maybe not as much as you and your personal experiences.
Okay. So what is her dream?
Her current dream? I believe she wishes to correct what she partook in. But the rest you'll have to ask her yourself, if you so wish.
What if she doesn't wake up?
Then Iseer faces a tragic loss.
Eden will cast a quick glance to like Brack and Jong.
I was gonna
She kind of has a pulse on like their feelings towards Iseer, and she's just trying to like check in with them on a read of like where is their stance on this.
I was gonna do a Brack check. Yeah.
Hi, Brack. Eden looks at Brack. Red Leader looks at Brack. Hi, Brack.
Brack looks back. He looks at he looked at the doe. I mean the buck. He looks back at Red Leader, looks at the buck, and he just shakes his head to let Red Leader know, like, I'm not feeling this.
Okay. What about Jong?
I mean, he has very much the similar opinion. He does not believe anything any of these people have said. He seems to think that if this woman is asleep, it's most definitely, like, they know exactly why, and they might even be somewhat responsible for why she's asleep.
Okay.
There's only two reasons why Gabriel would refuse to tell us all the information. It's because they're probably implicit in at least some of it. So.
Interesting. Okay. Well, considering, and like Gabriel would probably have felt like the shift of like, he would have felt no Shinsu, then a big Shinsu surge, and then no Shinsu, especially now with the collar on.
That's true.
And I don't know how he would take that, but you can bring her back if it's safer in here. But do you mind if the team and we go and chat about this real quick?
By all means. And he nods over to the other people in Iseer. They're gonna like leave you all to stay within this clearing, and they're gonna go into the tunnel. So now you all are in. It's a very beautiful. Again, I described it as being beautiful, very nature-esque, and very private and hidden away. So you get the impression that, unless they hid something, which you can check for, that you're alone.
I feel like we should all do investigation rolls. I feel like you just took off to something.
I didn't want to like give it.
Just like Buzz Lightyear her arm, you know, like
check for traps. Check for traps.
Roll perception, I suppose, to see if you
Yes.
perceive any traps of any kind.
I mean,
Oh
shit, bro, since you
God!
brought
Oh
it up,
God!
yeah,
We're starting it.
Yeah,
Eden, yeah, sorry.
She
The
can't
birds are
check for
chirping.
She doesn't have Shinsu. She's still blind in one eye. It's fine.
That's fair.
Hey, but we rolling high.
Those are some high
Yeah.
rolls. Those
Thank
are
you,
some
team,
high
for carrying
rolls.
me.
Well done,
Carry me,
team.
not on my watch. Not in my
So yeah, Brack and Ace, you use your own methods of investigation with the 21 as well. You're looking around, perceiving, using your Shinsu, lighthouses, observers, and you know the closest thing would be that the tunnel, like you know, Flux is in the shadows, right? Like she could kind of appear wherever she wants in the shadows. So if you like stay away from the tunnel, like get into the middle of the clearing, for example, you're out of earshot of anything, and there's nothing there as far as technology to grasp the conversation.
Ace takes out one of her lighthouses, and she puts it at the entrance of their tunnel.
Oh, to like
blasting music. That new K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack is just going hard right now. Soda Pop is on repeat because it's the most played. Yeah, like,
right.
Like that one would bug Flux the most, so she just like sends it in there. And
in the tunnel, like they're having a serious conversation in the tunnel, and Percy's shoulders are like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Control those shoulders.
Yeah.
But it's catchy.
Yeah, just because, yeah.
And if I remember correctly, I named them the Crescendo Lighthouses. Those Crescendo Lighthouses, they pack a punch when it comes to music. It's almost like they were kind of made with blasting music.
That's a fair point.
Yes.
All right, so the four of you are alone.
Okay. All right, team. Apologies for whatever took over my mother. I have so many questions. We'll put a pin in that. So, okay, we're waking up a Princess of Jahad that's defected to Iseer. What are we doing? What do we want to do? Guys.
I mean,
So
I already
really
told you all what I want.
Okay, so I know jury's out on if we're with Iseer, if we're not Iseer, whatever our place is with them, right? Is waking a princess, a fully fledged princess with a 13th month weapon, a good idea? I feel like that's just putting a big enemy on the board in case stuff goes bad for us, you know?
Unless we can make her not an enemy. Who says she has to go back to Iseer after she wakes up?
Well, she is their #1 bishop. So. Pretty loyal.
And from experience, to break away from Jahad as a princess takes a lot. So whatever Iseer offered her was more than a lot. And she took the weapon with her. Like that is blasphemy of the highest order.
I mean, they could be doing.
So are you saying you don't want to wake her up?
They could be doing for her what they did to me briefly, which is just wipe her off the map. When I was wanted by Jahad, that was what they promised me. They'd wipe me from the system. Maybe on a much bigger scale, that's what they're allowing her to a degree. But that does mean that she's stuck here.
Well, forgive me if I don't take everything Iseer tells you at their word.
I'm not saying you have to, but we do need to make some sort of decision. I, for one, am not going into her brain. At least this time. I'll watch your bodies. I'll stand guard, whatever, while you scope it out. But I don't do the whole. Plus, I don't trust them with your bodies if none of us are here. So.
That's fair. Brack, what do you think?
He has to go, doesn't he? Because you're the dreamer.
He could choose to not dream.
I don't have to do a thing. What did they ever give me? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I just mentioned that I could dream, and, you know, the incident that happened at the workshop. We won't talk about that.
You're orthogenous?
I say we let her sleep. She looks peaceful. She's not snoring. So...
You're not after her priceless weapon, are you?
Me? No.
Okay. I just had to make sure.
Yeah.
Priceless weapons, you get the itch. I can see it.
That's not me. That's the one in the gourd. Like,
that's fair. Boy, if
Yeah,
he was
would
here,
probably want that weapon.
he'd probably want to date her. Let's just be honest.
His own sleeping beauty. But with that being said, Can we leave?
I mean, aren't we supposed to do some training too? But like, this is the precursor to that.
Do we need them, really? Like, searching your heart, Red Leader. Do you need them? I sense hesitation.
There's hesitation. I don't know. Because right now the training isn't going to do me any good. I should like tap the collar. Can't really do anything.
What
There's
about
part
you,
of-
Blue Leader? Oh, go ahead.
Say that, but there's part of me that's like, there's a morbid curiosity because I want to know what she knows. And then I'll make my decision. But it might be too dangerous.
Red Leader, when has anything we've done in this tower have not been dangerous?
Yeah, but like, I don't think you understand the gravity of a fully fledged princess with a 13-month weapon.
She's a chump. If she fell asleep,
No,
she's
no,
a chump.
No. Look, 13th month weapon wielders are a different breed. And
Didn't
those
they just-
weapons are scary.
But all that just means is she won the lottery. Like, big whoop.
It's more than winning a lottery. It's more
No,
like
look,
winning a
the fact of the
lottery to get
matter-
into a lottery to kill all the other lottery winners.
The fact of the matter stands that even if she wakes up, she's not going to be our enemy today or tomorrow. So her power, quite frankly, it's irrelevant right now. It's not my concern. If she wants to run back to Iseer, that's also fine with me. I need what I need to get from them. This is the shortest way to do it. Let's get this shit done. There are other reasons that we're here.
So, for the time being, just to be clear, we'll do what they asked to placate and then we'll make a decision from there.
That works for me.
Breck scratches his head and he just goes, I'll go along with you guys, but the second they ask me to do anything, I'm not doing it.
Fair.
It's more than fair. Ace, you're the bullshit detector. What do you feel?
I'm contractually obligated. to
Are you still
encourage-
part of Iseer, Ace?
It's complicated.
Oh, no.
It's
She'll like elbow
complicated.
Ace. We had a mole in here the whole time.
No, if I was a mole, you'd have no idea. But
Oh, damn.
it's
Ace, like, Eden will give Ace a look of like, I didn't know this side of you and I've known you for a long time.
Scary,
my
actually.
point exactly. No, she's just like, no, but I think this is a complex issue and they have a few things that, like the training that you guys need. It would be, strategy-wise, a bit unwise to turn our backs on them in this moment. Not saying that you don't down the line, because heaven knows y'all have no loyalty to them, thank goodness. However, in this situation with the princess, if anything, it's an opportunity to get inside a princess's head. There's weapons, there's informations, and if you're smart enough, there could be some alteration. You know, you never know. It's an opportunity, and we need to do it anyway. They could have stuff on Shion's brother as well. We just have to play it for just a little bit longer. If I were to weigh in, I guess.
Do you think there's a way we could change her memory to have her be on our side? Like, completely?
Well, there's the... Do you want the
Absolutely.
evil answer? Because
No, that's boring.
John, sit down.
Am I not wrong?
The brain cells are fighting.
No, Ace just kind of gives him a look of like, but technically I have knowledge of some research of brain alteration, stuff like that. It's not impossible. However, if it fails, it either kills the subject, or the subject is aware of what you try to do to their brains, which immediately creates an enemy. So unless you're super solid on what you want to do, I wouldn't advise against attempting it on someone of this caliber. Which if I would have had my way, we could have tested it on an old man, but what?
Well, I mean, if we're supposed to be going into her mind, maybe your tech isn't the only option at our disposal. If we're supposed to be manually putting back her brain, maybe we leave a piece or two out.
It's risky. It's also... We are not heroes by any stretch of the means, so I don't even know why we're playing that game.
I never said we were.
Trust me. She looks at Brack. It's risky, and anything that we do to her father will know. So, like I said, pick your enemies.
I'm just
pick your game.
voicing all the options. I didn't say we should do one or the other definitively, but it's an option.
It is an option. Maybe if an opportunity presents itself, you look into it a bit. Again, I will be stationed outside, because I'm not messing with that stuff. And making sure that Iseer doesn't mess with your bodies in the due process. Because again, I may have some different affiliations with them, but I also don't trust them with your bodies. So.
That's true. All right, should we get this show on the road?
Yep. Get the dog and pony show going.
All right. As the huddle kind of breaks, Ace, you'll feel something get palmed into your hand. And it's a little case. And Eden will just whisper to her, in case you need help charming anyone out of a situation. And she'll give Ace the Eyes of Charming that she's had item. So she has a chance to charm people in case shit goes sideways. So you get, I'll send you the stuff. So you can pop those contacts in, baby, and you can have some charm abilities.
So Ace has two different contacts. She has one eye is the Eyes of Charming at this point, and the other eye is the snake eyes or whatever.
Oh, right, from Ezra, right. She's just dual wielding contacts. Let's go.
Yeah,
We're just giving Ace all of the magic items, and Ace is just like Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally.
Ace is like the equivalent of trying to get all your groceries in one trip.
Yeah, of course.
It's a great description.
Yeah. So also as the group breaks, she will slowly turn the volume down. Like she'll slowly, the music will come down. You know.
Sure.
She'll stop torturing them.
Okay. Sounds good. So there'll be a voice calling from within the tunnel. Percy, can we come back now?
Yeah, Percy, come on back.
And they wander back in. Dal-Era and Al are still not there though. So Gabriel will walk forward, kind of open his arms a little bit. So, what have we decided, Team Recall?
We're dreamwalkers, baby. I'm here all week. Question though.
I like that term. I may mention it to Father.
I knew you were gonna.
I'm just
Copyright.
Square Enix wants to know your location.
Yeah.
An LLC on that.
So, question, Gabriel. As you've noticed, I am Shinsu-less. Is the dream thing Shinsu gated, by chance?
I should have let you all know, but now that you've come to some kind of decision, now is the best time. When you enter her dream, when you enter your dream, The experience, as long as you go as well, Brack, you'll be tagging along as well, correct? Brack Bronson.
Do I have to?
Well, if you do not go, then all of this is pointless. So...
What do I get in return?
You get the fulfillment of your fate abilities.
No. What do I get in return? That's useless. What do I, Brack Bronson, get in return for going in there and saving your princess?
Well, what would you like?
I could just leave her in the other castle. I don't have to go get her.
Well, what is it that you desire, Brack?
Brack conjures up like a little chair. He leans back in. He puts one leg on top of his right. He puts his left leg on top of his right knee. Puts his hands together like this. How much is she worth?
Are you asking me to put a monetary value on her?
I'm asking you to put a value. Doesn't have to be monetary.
I believe it's hard for me to give an answer without understanding what the realm we are working in is. Do you wish for money? Do you wish for an item? Do you wish for a friendship? Powers? Status?
Personality.
What? No.
What?
What I desire is something that it seems as though you guys' rinky-dink organization could possibly provide. I require a floating ship.
Eden grabs Ace's like hand from behind, and she just is like,
Like,
"Oh
let
my
me at him.
gosh!"
Let me
like,
at him.
no.
Am I a joke to you?
Jong is just like, hot damn. Yeah, he did it.
He ponders it for a moment. What do you think of coming to some kind of deal based on the reward system? As in, at the top of the reward system, if you all succeed in the mission to the highest order, we could grant you a ship.
Do I get to pick the ship?
No.
Don't look like it's going in my favor there, Chief.
I hope you understand that there are quite a lot of floating ships, some of which are almost impossible to imagine how expensive they may be. If you were to ask for something like that, I'm afraid we could not provide. However, we could provide you with a ship that would easily fit your entire team, with a few extra as well.
Sounds like you're trying to give me something that they call in two-piece the Bowsen Sunny. I require something that is substantial.
Do you refer to something on the scale of Avalon? And he kind of motions to Ace.
Keep that name out of your mouth.
Because something like that I do not believe we could provide. I'm sorry.
Have you ever seen a movie called Superman Returns, Young Buck?
He just shakes his head. Not much of a cinema enjoyer myself, at least of late.
Have a certain someone that would not like that answer that you just gave. But to put
That's
bluntly,
the truth.
there is a particular island-sized, let's just call it atmosphere that he picks up. That's the size that I would like for this particular airship to be.
You're going to have to be more specific than that. I've never seen the film.
I want it to be island size.
Island size.
Yes. I don't care if it's a Love Boat island size. I don't care if it's Lost island size. I just want it island sized.
Percy's gonna like walk over. Maybe I could help you with this, Breck. Because islands can be really tiny.
Perk. I know that. I gave him 2 examples. All he has to do is look them up. They're roughly about, let's just say, give or take 20 miles in and out. Should be fine for him to be able to get. That's pretty cheap.
Brack, if you awaken Alphid, if you are able to bring her back to us, the way that she left us, unlocking all of her memories, and awakening her from her slumber, and if you complete your fate training with the bishops, if you do all of this, I'll grant you what you seek. And he holds out a hand very, like, softly. Very, like, loosely.
Like, scoots
Let's
by
take
Bragg.
it back a step. If I got to do all of that, then you have to release the pink demon over there from her contract, too.
She's already been released. Ace is no longer a part of Iseer.
Pink demon, did you lie to me?
Deception check. Oh. No, I didn't lie to you. Like I said, like it's complicated, but also, if you want a ship, that's literally what I do. What are you doing?
You can't make a ship of this magnitude. I need it for reasons.
What do you think I've been? I am the heir of Avalon. I was trained on that ship little. What
went
do you
bald
think
in
I'm?
it.
That's your ship. I want my own.
Yes. Brack, what do I do? Do you know? I build things. I
thought
can
you
build
beat
a
me once.
ship,
Okay.
especially because I literally have the blueprints. You fund it, I can build it. Give me like.
But I don't want to fund it. I want it for free.
Oh my god.
Listen, I love your girl math, I really do, but that's not free.
It is free. All I have to do is
Wake
just
the
wake up,
princess
sir.
We have to wake the princess up. We have to do all your training and all of that without a hitch, and then you might get the ship. That I could.
Oh,
Just
no,
make
there is no might. If I don't get the ship, there will be consequences.
But you will have already done the thing.
But there will be consequences. Trust me, they don't want the
Like what?
consequences.
You're gonna sue them?
Oh, Eden?
No. Something's
You'll
far
speak to my
worse.
lawyer.
Eden,
Let's
like,
just
pointing
say a certain
Go-
someone would not like what happened.
Go ahead, Eden.
Eden is like looking at Brack, like trying to make eye contact, even though she's really short. She's like pointing at Gabriel and mouthing the word rancor. Rancor.
My daddy's
He's
a
a
ranker.
rancor.
Don't care. Don't care.
Eden just like face palms and is just like, oh.
I will
no.
turn this bum into venison.
Oh,
Do not test me.
What my client meant to say is that we need to think about this deal. Thank you, Your Honor.
And Eden, for like the first time, like pats Gabriel. She's like, I'm so sorry.
he smiles.
Just
It's not
just
the
make
first
another
insult
deal.
I've received.
Yeah,
What
it won't be
you-
the last either, bud. Hang in there.
But
Why
if
do you
I
even
do
need a
all
ship?
of this, oh my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, Ace is still, she's like, she's not as tall as Bragg, but she's still in the typical, like, shoulder to shoulder, in his space, being like, why do you even need a ship? Like, just grumbling.
Mm-hmm.
You will find out. And when I have it, it will be glorious. Everyone will know the power of the syndicate from that moment forward.
It's a bucket. My gosh, there's more. I feel like that's the energy of this scene.
I think really quick, Percy would be like,
Yeah.
Brack, what are you imagining your ship to be? What's it gonna look like?
Ah, yes. It shall have a glorious palace at the heart of it, housing all of the valuables of the syndicate. In order to get there, there are a series of trials. There will be a boulder and spiders. Even a giant snake to prevent Wu from being able to get to the heart himself.
He's part of the
I need-
syndicate, Brack.
I need to hide those blueprints now that I think about it.
I think you might want to lock him up.
And so the agreement is made. He's like been holding his hand in the same position for like 5 minutes.
Brock stands up. He reaches his hand out, and he shakes his hand.
The
You
deal
didn't speak
has
for the
been
brand
made.
or the company. That's
Let me
for
write it in
him.
my notes.
Gabriel's like, damn it. He's like putting in an order
Yeah.
to Tower Toyota of like, a giant.
We're gonna
20
need a.
mile by 20 miles.
Nah, it can't be Tower
Bankroll 'em.
Toyota. This gotta be an
Yeah.
Audi. It gotta be an Audi. We want
Damn.
the R8 of flying ships. Let's go.
Ace just like, oh.
Perfect. Well, then let me brief you on what else you may expect once you enter her dream. It is my understanding and it is my impression, my guess, that when you first enter, it shouldn't take long. This first encounter within her dream will be more like a, how do I say? Percy's like, oh, like an introduction, like a tutorial. Exactly, Percy. It'll be a way to get used to the environment. You have all experienced this realm of dreams, but only in glimpses and bits. This will be your first time fully immersing yourself within what you are able to do within this world. Your primary mission is to assist Alphid. Befriending her, assisting her, whatever it takes if you do encounter her. That is your mission. At some point, you will exit the dream. When that happens, when you feel the tug, accept it. There's nothing wrong with it. Based on personal experience, and with Brack himself among us, my guess is this will take 2 to 3 encounters over the span of the next couple of days, including this shorter, introductory one. If all goes well, and if you all fulfill the mission, Alphid should be restored to us by the time this has been finished. This is so boring. Can we just enter, finally, please? Fluxfolk, are you sure you wish to go with them? I know. I do. You know what it is we need. Fine. Then I wish you all the best. I don't know if there's anything else I can really say. Ace, you will not be joining them.
Whoa. Slow down, Rudolph. There is one other thing that I'd like to ask for before we start. Don't worry, it's not a flying ship. And then John just points at Percy. I want to talk to the brat.
There's a mixture of surprise, but kind of like, oh, really? You want to talk to me? Like, he's kind of hiding that part. Gabriel just kind of chuckles. Deal. Done.
And he just looks at the rest of the team and just gives you guys a motion like, it'll be quick. And he walks off towards, I'm assuming, where we just were before, like where the team was talking.
Yeah. Wait, you said you walked back to that area? Like,
Yeah.
I see, to like prepare, maybe.
Well, just because he wants to talk to Percy.
Oh, like,
alone.
oh, you mean now? Sorry, I missed the now part.
Yes, right
my
now,
bad.
Before we do this.
Percy like looks over and then like trots over to that area. Hey. I've got time. Yeah. What's up, dude?
I'm gonna be blunt. I don't need your group, and I don't need your bishops to exact the kind of power I'm looking for. Is that understood? If I really wanted to, there's other ways I could go about getting it done. But these bishops, you said they are uniquely familiar with our abilities. Is that right?
He nods. I mean, I could go, yeah, basically, you wouldn't exactly be able to utilize them if it wasn't for their help, at least initially.
Let me stop you right there. That's enough. What I need isn't training, it's information. This bishop, the one that's linked to me, I want to meet them. I've got some questions that maybe they can answer.
I think, John, that this is literally perfect. He's like so happy to tell you, like, they're on their way. Because sure, it's for the purposes of training you, but I'm sure they'd be happy to give you information as well. They will be here soon. In fact, I think by the time, end of day, by the time you exit the dream, maybe you can speak to them if you wish.
All right. We have a deal.
Yeah. Was there anything else though? Because like I know like a lot about like.
No, get out of my face. And he starts to walk off to leave.
Okay. Talk soon. Gabriel looks at everyone else. Ace, you shall be staying to watch over them. That is very valid. The rest of you, stand in the middle of the clearing, if you would please. He kind of like motions with his hand to Eden and Brack and Jong. He does give Eden like he like looks at you and just quickly asks, "You sure you'll be all right?"
I hope so. Gabriel can tell like she's really like not sure about how this is gonna go, considering she doesn't have Shinsu.
Right.
And I would say like he would recognize that air of like not sure of herself that he had seen very much so after she left Team Recall after the workshop.
Yeah.
But she'll just kind of like gather herself and kind of like walk over there. And I would say, yes.
If you need me to pull you out for any reason, use the bracelet. It'll let me know that you need help.
I definitely will.
Valid.
Above table, aside, Eden has a life alert now since she's so old.
Yeah.
Help! I have fallen and I can't get up.
No.
So we saw, just for clarification, in the Avalon arc, we saw her use this before during the Dino Hunt. It's the Red String of Fate bracelet that when Ace has all the charms. She has one for each member of Team Recall.
Sick. Okay.
Every member of Team Recall technically has one on them.
Right.
If they so need, but so like if Eden were to summon it on her end, she only has a single one. Like every other person only has a single one. It would send the red string to Ace, and she can tell which diamond is whose. So if Eden, like she would know Eden is the one who needs her help.
Got it. And then you could like tug or something. Like you can like, because we saw you do that. You can like.
She can lightly tug, but the whole point of it is mainly to follow, to reconnect.
Following. Okay. Got
it.
Like a string. Yeah, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she can lightly tug it, but she can't, and like she can suspend it. It's like she can hold a person up.
Okay.
But,
Right,
like,
that's what I
can't
was
do
thinking.
Much more.
I see.
And I will just add for flavor, like Ace has had to use that a lot recently since Paradigm and Avalon because it's a little bit falling behind. So Ace has used it more often with Eden than anybody else.
Than any other member.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, perfect. The three of you, Gabriel is motioning, and Dal Era floats back in, carefully cradling Al's body, setting her back gingerly onto the ground, and Gabriel kind of looks at everyone. Just, I suppose this doesn't need to be said, but have fun with what you discover inside.
John gives him a look like, what the fuck did you just say?
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, Eden kind of gives him a look of like, how could you say have fun with a princess? Like, there's like an icy coldness that comes off of Eden. That he probably saw when she was, going through it after the post workshop. Where she like refused a lot of help, but like, there's a sharpness to it probably that he hasn't seen before. Of like, this isn't fun.
Yeah. He doesn't continue. He just leaves it at that.
Oh, she be little, she be fierce.
Oh, she be tidy and fierce. All right. Well, he's then going to turn to you, Brack, and just nod.
It's your time to shine, Brack.
Brack sits down, kind of like Aang from the Avatar, puts his hand together, like in like the little sphere mode, and he just shuts his eyes as he prepares to take everyone into dreamland with him.
You feel a drowsiness overcoming you, and the main feeling that everybody gets is a feeling you all experienced. So you've all seen the Brack visions. It's like that was like the baby steps. That was like the little teaser, right? Then you experienced the mirror dimension. You experienced the void. There's a little bit of that in there too, like a very like the air is different and the pressure is different. The general feeling of existence doesn't feel the same. You feel that, a little bit of that. But I think the main thing would be the familiar experience you recently had with Nicholas, where you helped him with all the different things that were raging inside of him. That is absolutely, that feeling is overpowering you in addition to this kind of drowsy sleepiness. And Brack, you're able to channel it quite easily, and the link chains to Eden and Zhang as the three of you start to feel your vision change. Now, funnily enough, I'm actually not gonna jump to that. I'm gonna like start with you, Ace. So like you see them like were the three of you? I mean, were you like sitting down next to Al and Brack? Like,
I think Eden would have followed
No.
Brack's lead of sitting down to like not fall.
Right,
They
John.
were going into dreamland.
John, what about you?
No, he's not
Just
sitting
standing. Just standing. So like, I guess Ace, you would see like, a sleeping, essentially, sitting down, Brack and Eden, and then just like a sleeping, standing Jong. Just standing there, just like asleep.
John's a horse. He's sleeping
Well,
Imagine
to
John
be
has his
just-
arms crossed too.
Just to be clear, the
Yeah.
meditative technique that he knows.
Oh, that's true.
He does that standing. So
That's
like,
true.
it's something he's actually used to doing.
Okay.
So Jong is part horse. He sleeps standing up, like I said.
That's a wild thing to say. I don't know what that means, but
Right.
Horses
To be
sleep
different,
standing up.
man.
So, I mean, Ace, you're left with this scenario. Oh, I guess I did make one mistake in that, Brack. I should have mentioned this already because it was mentioned before that Fluxvalk would be entering as well. So you would be linking with Fluxvalk as well.
Hello.
That wasn't part of the agreement.
It was though. I mean,
God.
that was stated. To be
We
fair.
didn't shake on that. He said,
Oh, don't give me that.
Go back to the table.
Don't give me that.
I just imagine Fluxvalk like sneaking in last minute, like just laying down real quick.
That's true. Just like
You didn't say you were bringing your crazy fucking cousin in. Hold on, man. Hold on.
So Flux would also like, I think she would be sitting down. I'm not gonna go and do anything crazy with Flux. I wouldn't do anything crazy with Flux Valk. Let's be real. So yeah.
He said it. He spoke it into existence. We're doomed, everyone.
Gabriel's no longer a buck. He's a whole moose now.
That's insane. That's insane. What an insane thing to say.
Upgrade. What are you talking about?
Facts, actually. Moose are
Devious
sick.
little Rudolph. Crazy.
That's why I said it.
How many deer things can we do with this? Oh my god. So yeah, Ace, you are in charge of their bodies. There's now 5 sleeping individuals in your presence, and Dal Era, you've noticed, is now having her little trinkets. They're now floating around, all 5 of them, with this like glowing effect. It seems to be, from what you can tell, a healing, kind of soothing, almost, I'll say, like, just based on your experience with Young, maybe kind of something akin to the way that he can calm people down through his healing. Maybe there's a bit of that in what she's attempting here.
Mm-hmm. She notes that. She's familiar with Dalera enough to where she doesn't see it as like a threat.
Yeah.
But she definitely notes it, and if it like increases or like she's just keeping an eye out.
Aware.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And as soon as this finishes, Gabriel looks up. I'm going to be back soon. I want to do a bit of a reconnaissance and check in with everything that's happening. Can I leave you here with Dalera and Percy? Leonida is guarding the entrance to the cave.
My job is to protect Team Recall, so I'm not going anywhere.
I meant what I said, you know. That at least I no longer consider you to be a part of Iseer.
My dealings with Iseer itself may be more of a freelancing thing, but unfortunately, or excuse me, depending how you look on it, my dealings with Father are rather inescapable. And she like gestures to her tattoos, and I don't know exactly what it is, but point being, I'm not leaving their side. I am built to protect them, and I will protect them from anyone who tries to harm them.
Perhaps I'm stepping out of line, and if I am, please let me know. Regarding the essence of everything, as a wave controller myself, it's my understanding that this was something you took on willingly, correct?
Mm-hmm. At the time, that was my only purpose. At the time that I took it, I had no future to be had. I figured that if I died protecting Team Recall, then that would be worth it. I wanted to be as powerful as I could to do so, and if that meant inking my own body and becoming part of my blood, it didn't seem like that high of a cost. I didn't have a future at the time.
Do you now disagree with the decision that you made? Do you wish you didn't take on this power from Father?
It has saved our lives many times. And I would have no way of knowing that I would be in the place that I am now, so I don't have any regrets. But as for how it binds me to Father, how it binds me to Iseer, I haven't determined yet what I feel about any of it. But she like looks at Gabriel. Why do you, and forgive me if I'm stepping out of line, but I figure, tut for tut, why do any of you put up with Team Recall?
He kind of chuckles at the question. There are things that some of us have experienced in the past. Some that they may not remember. But the better question is, what lengths we wouldn't go to achieve our dreams. And if we're not chasing our dreams, what's the point of living? So if it means having to cater and work with all of you, as stressful as that may be for both parties, it's something that I do without even thinking about it. It's hardly the most stressful thing I've done as a part of Iseer. I find it quite endearing, in fact. Oh my god, endearing? Sorry, damn. Now you guys got me on the deer stuff. Sorry.
Bum, bum.
I think when he says that, Ace gives him this look of understanding when he says that it's not the worst thing that he's done for Iseer. She does have a genuine moment of, like, he's right. This is quite tame. And so she just kind of gives him a nod and puts herself in the middle of Team Recall. I will stand watch here, as I do. If you have any other questions before you go, now would be the time before my constituents wake up.
The music got crazy. Okay, he just busts out a freaking orb like he can do.
What?
That will be all. I wish you the best, and I'll be back shortly. And he walks out of the room, leaving you with Percy and Dalera. Percy's like,
Would he know
Oh.
if she sent a lighthouse with him?
I mean, yeah. I mean, probably.
She
If you
thinks
rolled,
about it.
if you did it and like you rolled very high, I would maybe consider you would gifted enough light bearer to like maybe conceal it. But he just as a flat gut feeling, he's like a ranker wave controller, you know, very skilled at Shinsu. I don't know, it'd be difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
She thinks about it.
Six
She's
to
like,
the rolls with the fancy ones.
That is true. Yeah,
look
these
at
are
it.
these
They
are
are
some
high
fancy
end ranker
Yeah, that's why I
lighthouses.
said like if you rolled well enough, like I would give it to you. You know.
well, I think she thinks about it, but at the same time, she's just like, I
Okay.
wouldn't be able to do anything about that information anyway, even if
Right.
she gets it. So yeah, she'll
I
just
see.
she'll station in the middle, but I think like for a second,
Yeah.
she takes a piece of Flux Fox hair and like places it right here. Just
Oh, I thought you were saying that you're plucking there, like you were gonna take her hair.
No.
I see. You're just
No,
gonna
no,
curl
no.
it into a little
She like
nice,
very
nice.
gently, like
Okay.
it's gonna fall as soon as she moves, but it makes
Yeah.
her happy.
Of course,
Oh.
yeah. That's what matters.
Little-
That's what matters.
She
Percy
doesn't
will
eat
do
it
it.
too,
Percy will
so-
just like.
What?
Percy will
What
get.
did I do?
Oh, to
She's doing it
Eden.
Eden too.
I thought you said you
White-
ate it.
white-
Sorry, I was like, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Nom, nom, nom.
Nom nom on the hair.
Percy
Percy will giggle as you do the hair stuff. He'll think it's pretty
She, like-
funny.
gives him a wink. She's not gonna bully him.
Oh wow, that's the sweetest thing that he's experienced in the past 24 hours. But yeah, the rest of you, as you're experiencing this slumber and this descent into a different reality, that's when the meme reel is gonna hit us in the face. So we're gonna take our break. Don't go anywhere, anybody. We got plenty more to cover in terms of episode 135 as Team Recall enters the dream realm and what shall happen to Ace and the bodies. Will they be peaceful? Will there be something that happens? Well, let's find out. See you soon, everybody. Quick break, and we'll be right back.
Oh boy.
Well, hello there. Thank you so much for rejoining us, and thank you to everybody who submitted memes and fan art. There's a couple people in the Discord who said they started watching again and catching up, which is so cool, or like rewatching, which is really cool. So shout out to everybody for the support. Always welcome to have more memes and fan art. If you want to submit, down below. Friends, comrades, brothers. Let's begin.
Sisters?
I'm just sorry, I don't know why. I was trying to think of I was trying to think of the funniest thing to say there. Sisters. We dive back into the sorry, that was so mean.
While in a princess's mind is wild.
True. That was bad. I'll own up to that one. So
right,
so
for that, Joe, we're leaving Flux Folk in the dream world.
okay. Fair enough.
Or Ace can brain hack her while she's defenseless outside. I feel like that's a good
Even
idea.
I'm not trying that.
yeah.
Her brain will fight back, okay?
Yeah, you'll get hit with something like fucking like resistant. Turn you into a worm.
The
too.
brain
like a
grows
mimic.
teeth. yeah.
Yeah.
So you all get the same feelings I mentioned before, familiarity, but also strangeness, as this kind of blankness envelops you. But I make it I made it like a little pink background because I think that's kind of nice. It's dreams,
Not
it's
the
fluffy
cotton
dreams.
candy world again.
That's right. Well observed.
You don't
There
miss me.
is a similarity to that. There's a
Aw, so we
similarity
don't miss
to the
Ace.
cotton candy world, right? And in fact, there is a sense of like you can almost see bubbles flying by. It's honestly quite similar to good old Mirror Train. But
Eden shoots a look at Jong and Brack of like, no, not again.
welcome back. No.
I don't like this place.
So like you're sort of like floating within this area. I think the one difference would be that Brack, whether it's because something has changed or whether because this is a different reality than like Mirror Train, stuff that was happening. Let me play this. There is a bigger sense of like control. And you feel that you're the most important person in the room right now. Like if you so desired, you feel like you can make something happen, which you were muted quite quickly there, so I'm gonna what's up?
Brack conjures
Okay. Yeah.
the location of where the princess is.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that, but I like it. So
We about
Bra-
business right now.
I respect it.
Hey,
I
man, bro, we
respect
clocked
it.
in. Let's get
Let's
this shit
lock
going.
in.
Let's get this shit going.
Oh, we need a new airship. Let's go.
What about what I want though?
So Brack, one of the bubbles that are kind of floating by, it like grows bigger and floats towards you, and it kind of grows and it kind of gently floats towards you, and it becomes less transparent, more clear what it's depicting. You see like a grassy field and a little village, and you see like a little village with trees. It's very peaceful. It's almost like Shion's village in a sense, in how tranquil it seems. But there's also like a board, like a board of some kind that you see with little signs and messages tacked onto it. That's all. It's almost like, imagine like a crystal ball, or not a crystal ball, like a snow globe. That's what I'm thinking. Like a snow globe where you see it all kind of packed together, and almost semi-alive within the palm of your hand. And you feel, all of you, as you get closer here, two things. One, Brack, the other bubbles appear to be kind of locked out right now. And you get the impression that this is what Gabriel meant by like introductory encounter first to get used to things. But also the rest of you also feel this, which is that there is a certain level of, you feel stronger in here. I'll leave it at that for now. You feel stronger in here. And Eden, specifically, you feel like the bracelet, you still have the choker, so it's not maybe quite the same feeling as before, but you do feel quite different within this dream, that you can do things that you were not able to do outside the dream. And the choker doesn't seem to have a full impact on that within the dream. So
Oh, really?
As in a positive way. As in, it locks out your Shinsu, like, because it's still on your body, like, in reality, it's blocking, like, the negativity, but it's more that in this dream, you can make some power manifest. So,
So, like, we're in a different magic system, basically.
Yeah, that's a great way to think about it. And I think once you all enter the bubble, I can get more specific. So, that's my description for now. You all see this little snow globe looking thing.
Okay, cool. You said I can manipulate things, right?
To a degree.
Brack want to make the snow globe bigger.
The bubble begins to grow. Double its size, triple its size.
All right, now Brack wants to make a bridge from where they're at into the location that the snow globe is depicted.
I see. You start to imagine it. Can I get you to roll religion with advantage?
Why religion though? Like, we're not a believer
Iseer,
anymore.
it's always
Like,
I'm being consistent, all right? I'm being consistent. Say your prayers, Brack.
Yeah, bro.
Let me see.
I'm giving you advantage, though. I don't think it's bad.
Also, as this
You
roll
said
is going,
Yes, Hannah?
if my power/internet goes out, Big Storm just decided to say hello.
Oh, great. Okay.
So I'll
Good
get
to
my
know.
phone out if stuff happens cray. So just bear with me in case.
No, you're
things
good.
Go sideways.
No worries. Yeah, thank you.
Like, oh no.
Okay.
That last clap of thunder scared me so bad. I
Oh,
was like, "Ah!"
shoot. We had some of that yesterday.
Outside.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
So.
No worries if
Carry
that
on.
happens.
Religion rolls.
19 for Brack. Yes. So you are
go,
easily
Father.
able to.
Father Brack.
Oh, I thought. Oh, I see. Yes.
No.
I see. I was like,
Not
what are
like
we
that.
doing here? You make the.
Condition yourself.
I have, yeah. The bridge is made manifest into the snow globe. You feel as though you have now gained entry into this memory world, whatever it may be.
Brack pokes his head through so that no one else has to like suffer in case it didn't work.
Yeah.
And he peers into it to see like what's happening.
So I want to say that you stick your head through, and you it's a cave.
What's inside the cave? Can I roll perception to like
Yes.
like, get a good idea of what's in
Yes,
the cave?
you can. Sure.
Brack is on his P's and Q's right now. Like,
Yeah.
everything rides or down on this mission.
He is working for this airship. I respect
Perception.
it. 22. All right, I'm gonna be very clear about what's in the cave. So for some reason, this is like an enclosed space that you're gonna need to bust out of, and once you do, you'll have access to the memory. And there's a reason why it's being conjured for you all, and you're gonna understand because you feel once you poked your head through, Brack, you felt a rise, a surge in power and in control. And even though the cave appears to be made of pretty dense material, if your gut is right, all of you are going to be experiencing something crazy when you enter into that. You're going to feel power like never before.
Brack brings his head back over to the other side where everybody else is. All right, guys. This is how we're going to do this. Blue leader, you're going to go first. Red leader, you're going to go after. And then I'm going to go. Because I don't know if this portal is going to go away if I go through first. Okay?
Okay.
But before
What
you get
about
over
me?
Oh, I
Flux walks up.
She was here.
forgot the witch was here.
So did I.
Witch! Oh, you're here, witch! Go first! This works out beautifully. Just go ahead, tra-la-la-la-la through the portal. There's a special surprise for you.
Is it a trap? Are you trying to get me harmed?
No, I'm not trying to get you harmed. It's not a trap. If it was a trap, I wouldn't have told Blue Leader to go first before I recognized your existence.
That's a good point. Brack, I'll do it for you. She walks forward.
She always got to make shit weird, bro. She can't just be like, yeah, okay. Always got to make shit weird.
She walks up to the bubble. She just like grimaces. She's still in a bad mood, and she walks into the snow globe.
Why do you think she's in a bad mood? Like before everybody goes in, Ian's like, why do you think she's in a bad mood?
It's Fluxvolk. Isn't she perpetually in a bad mood?
No, because she always used to be creepy and be like, "You're our best friends." You know, she used to be a little bit more amiable, but creepy, but amiable, right? She's just like hangy.
Yeah, whatever. Look, I'm on shift duty. Let's get this shit done.
Ian's just like, yeah, I get floating ship. I get it.
Oh, I don't care about the floating ship.
You care about...
should.
Yeah. Oh, you sounded so offended there.
Brax in the corner with just a tip.
Oh no!
Oh, I got to him.
You like poke Jong in the back. Care about the ship.
He just turns to Brack and puts a hand on his arm. Brack, I cannot wait for you to get your floating ship. And he turns and looks at Eden like, that's the last time you get one of those.
Ian's like, yes, I'll take it.
Perfect.
Redeem
So
a Jong care coupon.
okay, well, Fluxvolk is now gone. So Jong, I think you're up to enter next.
Yeah. He's going in.
All right, Jong enters the bubble. He's gone.
All right, Brack. She takes Brack's hand. Are we doing this together?
Yeah. Hold up.
Okay.
Before we go, how are you
Uh-huh.
feeling?
Weird.
What do you mean weird? There's all kinds of weird. Like you're talking cow weird or Fluxvolk weird or...
Hey, just because my hair is white now doesn't mean I'm Cal, okay?
I mean, you could be 3.258% or whatever.
They are
like,
related.
Who knows?
They're related.
We are related, but I'm 50% great family.
Wow.
The other 50% is left for, debate at this point. Galamot said some things. It's weird. It's so weird.
He's not your dad, is he?
No, but he apparently knows him. So it brings me much concern. However, I'm just not Cal, okay?
Oh, okay. As long as you're okay. All right.
I'm gonna be okay as I have been this whole last 5 years. And you can tell, not having the Shinsu is like, like she's pushing through it, but it is kind of like, and Brad can see all the new scars and everything, and
I want to say, while they're talking, Brack is guiding Eden over to the portal with him. And he's like, well, how is Nox? Is he giving you trouble? Better not be giving you trouble.
So Nox, I had to pay him out of my own pocket last time because the Shinsu payments, the syndicate payments weren't going through because he said that the expanded budget didn't go through the payment system.
Who's the treasurer again? It's Wu, isn't it?
It's Wu, and he's been
I'm
in the
gonna
gore.
talk.
That explains it.
I'm gonna have to have a talk with him. He better not have spent it on those. You know what? We'll have a chat after this.
Okay, but so far from what I heard, Ruby, she's been his assistant. She might be surpassing him. I'm very impressed with the young lady. She's been working hard.
You say surpass. Should she take his position?
I think she's got a little bit more to learn, but maybe in the future. And plus, Nox is kind of in that retirement age,
You're right, he is old.
I heard that thunder. Whoa.
There is a storm
I heard
blowing
that
outside.
thunder. Damn.
Bro.
You can see why I jumped earlier.
Yeah. That was clear.
But yeah, I think in a couple years, like I said, maybe Nox, Winston, they can team up and take care of the beach house and start a business out there.
I have other plans for Winston, but that don't sound like a bad idea.
Nox deserves to retire to the beach for a little bit, don't you think?
Warm weather is good for his old bones.
It is.
All right.
But yeah, so far, so good. And I heard that the recent 2 orphanages have been doing quite well on these upper floors.
Good.
There's been more people than we thought, actually.
Yeah, all displaced.
Yeah.
They'll be fine, though. They'll have plenty of work when they're older.
100%. Hey, you gotta staff that floating ship you're gonna get.
No, but good idea.
What?
They're
Good
jobs!
idea.
You can't one-man run a 20-mile by 20-mile floating ship?
I'm not going to one-man it. There are plans, but good idea. We could use them. Good idea. But they deserve to have a nice, wholesome life. What I'm going to be doing with that ship will not be wholesome.
Whoa.
Like I said, y'all, distance yourself from the syndicate in the future. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let's just say aggressive expansion. Business is business.
Brutal.
Okay, are we talking like debaucherous business?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
He's in the gourd, for God's sakes. Not him.
I wasn't talking about woo.
The bubble is just floating there.
Eden ends up dragging Brack through. She's just like, I don't know, I can't do this.
Great. You enter the bubble. I don't know. You enter the bubble. But yeah, it's so hard to say bubble seriously. It's such a cute word. But what you do find, each of you enters your own little personal cave. It's very tight, very claustrophobic. You only got a couple feet around you, but it comes with a positive. You feel power surging through your body, the likes of which you've never felt before. It is exhilarating, including you, Eden. Even though I would say maybe partly subdued due to the choker. You're feeling this rush through your body. And I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'm just gonna send each of you like a little thing. So check your own personal chats. Check your own personal chats. And you can have fun with it. Like, I didn't give any specifics. I'm just like giving you the vibes, okay? So I'm giving vibes to everybody in your chats. Eden, Jong, and Brack.
Never realized how many ads Discord has now. I tried to go to my chat and there was like this big banner full of Magic the Gathering.
So annoying.
Oh shit.
More thunder. You good? Everything good?
It's just it formed on top and it's not moving, and I'm like, this is really annoying. But so far the lights and internet are holding. Just the sound isn't. So apologies.
No, it's not that loud. It's just very clear. It's like, whoa, there it is. It's not loud though.
It's not my stomach, I promise.
yeah. So I sent everybody a little thing. Again, and obviously based on what you were sent, this has specifically to do with your fate powers. This is like if you really were to maximize your potential with this ability, these are the kinds of things you'd be able to do. It's like a tease into what that looks like at the height of its power.
Oh, GG's, Joe. Thank you for giving me this. I appreciate the ability. You said that... Hold up, let me ask this. Is the cave similar to the one that we was in the Labyrinth arc?
Yeah, except it's like entirely enclosed. There's no exit.
Cool. So you should have never gave me this. Brack unleashes Nessie.
That's totally fine with me. Totally fine with me. Nessie. And this is all you, Brack. What does Nessie do?
How big is the cave?
It's
what I
pretty
will say
small.
is when Brack is fully awakened,
Yes.
Nessie is about as big as a ancient.
Oh shoot.
So, yeah, that means that Nessie needs to bust through the cave, which is why the cave is there. It's to like give you it busts through. Yeah, this material is only breakable by you utilizing this ability, essentially.
Okay, so you remember the technique that I told you about, the hyper acceleration of Shinsu, and like using it to cut through anything.
Yes.
Similar to what erasures are capable of.
Yes.
So when Nessie release, Nessie allows him to do that, and he wants to just cut through all the rock that's there to carve a path out. And it's pretty much going to be in a 360 degree like area just all around him.
Can you remind me? Just give us the physical description of Nessie again, aside from the size.
Physical description: Nessie is a giant Loch Ness monster that has pretty much purple eyes, and if you've seen The Land Before Time, think of like a Brontosaurus that looks like a Littlefoot's grandpops, but like with like fins like a lapras.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So as it's just coming out,
Yeah.
it's just completely obliterating the walls of the cave. Like as it just continuously expands all around them.
So it's like
is all
rising
contained in the
around
dream,
and around
right?
and around. So yes, although yeah. So Ace, sorry, Nessie just
Back!
that's a great point. I didn't
Hi,
really.
Nessie!
I would say if he gave me that ability, you will see like auras similar to around Brack when y'all fought against him on his floor.
Oh.
For sure. Oh, I love that. And I would say too that Ace, you would pick up on like their bodies start like radiating and pulsing with like a small amount of the energy that they're experiencing in the dream. Like you do feel like some weird's going on with them. You feel that.
He just has that moment of, uh-oh.
They're like little heaters, you know.
What I will say, what will put you at ease, Brack has that mischievous grin on his face that he normally has.
He's having a good dream.
If anything, a cold sweat. Like,
Yeah.
she sees the smirk and she's like, okay.
Back.
Yeah, she's like getting ready just in case. Like you just see her, like, just the needle, just in case. Holy water, just spray bottle ready.
Yeah. So Nessie just like erupts and just like completely shatters through the cave walls as it erupts and roars through the cave. Eden. You're in the same cave, except it's not the same cave, but it's like the same setting.
Similar.
Yeah.
And she's gonna feel that warm feeling she hasn't felt in a handful of years, and she's like, what is happening? And she's very tempted to like tap the thing, tap the get me out of here Ace button of my life alert. Because she's like, oh, like, is this me or is this someone else? And she's like she kind of weighs her options and kind of like lets it happen, and like she starts to see like the flames kind of like coat her fingers again, and it's not actually burning her, and she's like, okay, this is weird. And so again, like you said, it's like 10 by 10 in this like cave.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. 10 by
Okay. So she's kind of like looking around and using her flames to like light the area to like kind of get a gauge on things. And she's debating.
Okay.
And she's gonna like this is stupid. I should not do this. This doesn't make sense. She's like, I shouldn't have Shinsu right now. And she's going to press one of her hands against the wall and like almost basically call in like close level magma knife, like directly into the wall, kind of like how like Toph can like lava bend and stuff. So like,
yes,
you know, like she's trying to like melt the wall, just to see if the rock responds. And she's also seeing like how far she can push it, because she's like, I am so unsure of this. And she'll stop for a second and like pull her hand back, because she starts to feel like this weird kind of like twitch in this Shinsu, and she's kind of remembers like this feeling of like, uh-oh. And so she's gonna put her whole jumpsuit on, because she's like, this probably isn't gonna last. She's
right.
Like, Ace, I'm gonna have to put this to the test.
We have art for the jumpsuit.
We do.
Boom.
We do.
Jacket equipped.
So she puts
fire
it up
resistance
and zips it up, and she's like, because what she's feeling is like in her back at like your scapulas. She's starting to feel like the wings in her back, where she felt that's where the transformation begins.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh no. She's like, she kind of like looks back there and she's like, I hope this accommodates wings. And then she's gonna like just full magma punch the rock wall to try to break out of there.
Yeah, I want to emphasize that, like, I want to say, based on experience, like, every time that Eden is channeled, going back to second floor, it appearing against Regulus, like, very consistently, there's always been some amount of, like, bleeding and pain. This is, like, arguably the first time where it's not that... Yeah, I would say it's arguably the first time that you feel free to do it. Like, it's like you can do it and nothing's, like, punishing you for it. You do it and it, like, the wall, like, melts. And it's like, it just punches all the way through until you see daylight on the other side. And it melts at an ease that is, like, intoxicating, kind of. You feel like maybe this is what a ranker feels like when they just, like, do whatever they want to do.
Like, that gives her great pause, because she's expecting the eye to start.
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
Expecting
right.
the bad side effects of like that happening, and when it doesn't like set in, she just kind of like looks at both of her hands, and for the briefest of moments, she's like, "Should I?" And she's like, "We're in a dream world. It's fine." Thinking it's not gonna happen, and she tries to summon the wings, not the full transformation, but just the wings.
Yeah.
Fun. She's just testing it out. She's just like, what if they pop out, these flaming wings of mine? So she goes to summon them.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you describe, but it works.
Does it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So like the same archangel wings like come out of her back. They're these purple, black, and orange flames.
Sick.
And she's like, oh. And she's like, okay, yeah, dream world. This doesn't happen in real life. And so she'll try to like fly through and get out of the cave.
Yeah, these wings they make you feel faster than you've ever felt before. Like you've used them your whole life. Like these limbs are just a part of your body, and they propel you out of the cave with ease.
Oh boy. And I would say whoever sees her first, they'll see that broken, kind of twisted, corrupted crown just slightly floating there. It's not fully there, but it's
Ooh, it's kind of slightly forming though.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Jong, how about you and your little cavern?
All right, Joe, I like what you wrote here. And
yes, sir.
I do want to use most of it. I'm gonna need permission to run the room a little bit.
That's why I left it vague. Yes.
All right. Cool.
This is your time.
So I would say that he's being in a similar scenario. The first thing he also thinks of is like, I have to break out. And so initially he starts to just use Centauri, or his lightning spike, to just hit the wall. But as he's standing in the room charging up the electricity, like a cold rush starts to fill his body, and what is originally blue electricity starts to turn this like vibrant purple. And as he like goes to grab his arm to kind of like, contain it or mute it, he notices that his arm, which is normally just like it's shaped and looks like a regular arm, but it's just made of Shinsu, is now it's like slowly replacing with this like purple skeleton arm.
Sick.
As it grips the lightning, and the lightning starts to course up and down his arm, and he just hears this voice in the back of his head. It's a voice that he's for the past several years now he's been kind of fighting and trying to push off, but the voice just echoes in his mind. You are strong, but you do not know power. Let me show you. And again, this is a feeling he has fought off and tried to contain or ignore. But just this one time, just in this moment, maybe he's allowing himself because he knows he's in a dream. He decides to give in. He decides to let this influence take control. And as he does, the entire space he's in begins to erupt in this cold aura that is so strong that even like the environment around him, not like fully, but it begins to have this like decaying effect.
Yeah.
As electricity like builds up his entire arm, and then this like very faint, very vague, you can't like, you know, nobody's plays with him, but like this very like transparent rib cage starts to like build around his body as he charges towards like, you know, the wall that's in front of him, and just he goes to hit it, and right before he makes contact with the wall, his arm that has like all this lightning and it has this like purple skeletal structure, a blade starts to like grow out of it and like slide down to his hand. So on top of the electricity, there's like this, he's swinging his arm almost like this scythe as he just cleaves this like large cut straight through the wall to break out.
Beautiful. And the wall just decays / it just disintegrates essentially as you slice through the rock, and it fades into nothingness, crumbling away.
And I would say as he comes out, he kind of has a similar like mindset that like Eden was saying, where like he questions why he was able to do this, but rather than being apprehensive about it, he has this moment where he is like, I felt good. And that's it.
And then you all... It's as if the caves were almost like... It doesn't make sense physically, but it's a dream. It's like by the time you break through the caves, you're now like standing in a triangle between the three of you, with the cave behind. If there was any remnant of the cave, it's behind you. And so the three of you all erupting at once. Nessie, flames, wings, skeleton arm, and blade, and, you know, disintegration, all left in your wake. And there, presently, as the three of you are now in a triangle, standing in a field as the wind blows and a village is seen off in the distance. And you see each other with these abilities. And you're looking at each other.
You have a skeleton arm.
You have wings.
Right. Nessie, it's good to see Nessie again. He's really big, Brack. Holy.
Nessie speaks for Brack. Don't mind the idiot.
Don't talk to Brack like, okay, he has his moments, but we love him anyway. You know? Why are you... I didn't know you could speak, Nessie. John, did you know that?
Oh, I just thought about this, but the art, because this is just a visual thing. The art that I showed you, Joe, that is also something to be present. His eyes would have that like piercing yellow in them instead of his normal blue eyes.
I'll flash it on screen here.
Oh, wait a sec. Okay, Breck, you just got your eyes back. Jung, was it contagious? Nessie, what did you do?
Nessie just looks off in the distance. Brack just goes, don't mind it. Don't mind it. Blue leader, are you okay?
Yeah.
Or yellow leader? What's with your eyes? You got demon eyes. What the fuck is that?
Look, it's
Don't look me.
Well, I could ask you the same thing, Angel Girl.
I think
You guys have seen this, right? I haven't seen that.
suddenly, for just a few seconds, like the sky grows dark. And it's almost like the thunder. You can almost hear the thunder, but it's not. It's just the sky grows dark, and it's suddenly you all a shadow descends over all of you, and you hear this low. Wonderful. And then it fades away as the shadow just like kind of twists around and around. That's not what I meant to show.
What up, man?
Nope.
Hey, we're your boys.
We'll do this. The shadow like twists around and around and it swirls into finally smiling Fluxvolk.
So, do we
That
see
felt
Fluxvolk in
good.
her like her final form?
You heard this like quote unquote final form voice, but the shadow, it was just shadow. It was just darkness itself swirling into the body that you all recognize.
Does it remind Eden of anything from Mount Caustica?
Yeah. Sure. I think so. I think it definitely
She said
would.
sure.
No, but like I just didn't really think about it now, but like it
Yeah.
Sure, as in I like that idea. Like yes, I think it would. I think it absolutely would.
I like what you're saying.
Yes.
Eden kind of has a pit of dread of like, oh no, and then she's like, are we related? Oh no, like mini existential crisis in like the blink of an eye, and she's like, no. We'll put a pin in that, Flux. Jong, eyeballs, talk. What is? You seem okay with that. Do you even know? Do I need to get you a mirror? What is this?
I honestly can't really tell you.
Why not?
Well, because I don't know.
Eden's like hands on hips, like flaming wings flapping. She just like looks at him, like incredulously, like leans in, of like, she's like pretty close to his face too.
Look, I promise,
Mm-hmm.
you know as much as I do, unfortunately, which is why I kind of agreed to this Iseer stuff, so I can get more information. But for now, in this not real world, and he kind of looks down, and his arm now has reverted back to like its regular Shinzu arm, but his eyes still have that like black and yellow color to them.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. There's the thunder for you.
Thank you.
Free Foley!
On
And I
cue.
don't even control it.
For now, I'm gonna make it work for me.
Okay. You and Leaf need to go to detox or something. I've got concerns. Okay, so where are we going? What are we doing? I feel weirdly good, which is not normal at all.
I feel a lot better too. But
Oh,
they
you're not Miss Grumpy Pants?
Nobody was asking.
When Fluxvolk starts speaking, Nessie kind of hisses at her.
What is it? Got something to say? Say it to my
When
face.
a dog detects danger. I don't know about that one.
I don't have time to deal with a dinosaur.
Nessie's shocked by what Fluxvolk just said and does the "oh my word" like type.
The shock Pikachu face.
Yeah.
Dinosaur, where?
Yeah. Yeah.
Brack just goes, which I would leave it alone. I wouldn't bother it. You know. But hey, it's on you. What are we doing here? Where do we need to go? Where's our... Hold up.
You're the dreamer. Take charge.
Okay. Nessie, you mind? You mind, going back into your old proverbial Pokeball? And Nessie just retracts back into Brack's body. Thanks. Alright. Let's see. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Brack goes... Envision location of the princess.
So the dream kind of starts to your vision just kind of like slightly shifts, but the main thing that happens is that you start to hear a voice in your head, a voice from the nearby village that says, finally my first job. And you hear the voice coming from the village, even though it's in your head. Something tells you it's like tugging at you from the village.
Okay. Brack looks over at the dream village to see if he can see the person. that
I
he
mean,
hears.
it's like a couple minutes walk, so like You have to walk over there, I guess.
We're in a dream.
I
world.
know,
We
but like...
flying. What you mean?
Okay, sorry.
We're flying. We're not walking. Walking's for, the land people.
Right.
The land people.
Said, I want to teleport.
I see.
The land people.
Perfect. Well, by all means, you're gonna start flying or making your way there. And which of the three of you wants to hear a little funny voice?
What's the what?
How about the three of you roll religion for me? Can the three of you just roll religion?
Oh no!
We roll a what?
Roll religion. Religion.
Religion again.
Religion.
Come
Percy
on,
needs to make pina
man.
coladas.
Yes.
It's like,
And the
Damn, 23 from Jong? Shoot.
for what? Wow.
23 from Jong, an 8 from Brack, and an 11 from Eden. The winner is Jong. So, Jong,
As it should be.
as you start heading towards the village, you hear a woman's voice in your head. A very kind of satisfied, almost proud voice. And it says, ha, there it is. Finally made manifest. Keep it up. About time you started activating that. And then it fades away.
Wait, was it talking to him?
Yes, it was talking to you.
Okay, but it was just like a voice. There was no person.
Yes, just a voice. You've never heard this woman's voice as far as you can remember. But it was like encouraging you. It was like proud of you. It was like, nice job. That was cool.
Okay. I mean, that's weird, but I just busted out a skeleton a few seconds ago, so like you gonna have to go harder than that to freak him out.
It's not trying to freak you out. It's yeah. He's like, all right, yeah, part of the course.
I mean, there's nobody here. There's there's nothing he can really.
Nope.
Cool.
Just a little thing for you
Not a
there.
whole lot he can. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
All right. You all arrive at this little cute village. I'm gonna actually though, you all just got to have some fun and dream around and experiment. Let's cut back to reality. So Ruka, Ace, you are there making pina coladas with Percy, and it's a grand old time. I feel like you didn't spend that much time with Percy in your time at Iseer. He was kind of all over the place. He's a busy dude. He's a busy guy. But you're there with him now. And now that you're chatting there, he's like kind of pouring his heart out a little bit, it's a little bit of like,
She's a good listener. She learned from Hugo.
Therapy time.
Yeah. It was I got to talk to Jong one-on-one, but he I can't really tell if what he says, if I should take it seriously or not. Cause like, I think he does mean it. So it's like, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I think he means it as much as an angry child can mean a threat.
I see.
They will go through with it, but the power depends on...
I see. So he's throwing a temper tantrum.
A bit.
I see. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better.
He is a threat. Don't underestimate him. He is a threat, but as with most of Team Recall, their bark tends to be pretty loud before the bite.
I see. No, that makes sense.
And they don't exactly do friends and or manners very well.
I'm glad we could chat like
Not that
this.
I did either.
Thank you for spending some time with me. I appreciate it. I used to spend a lot of time with the others, but Smile and Bool, they've been off. I haven't really seen them very much lately, and Fluxfox been, ever since she found out about this Alphid mission, Al mission, she's been kind of in a bad mood, and so it's just a little tough, I think. I don't have that many people to talk to, It's a little lonely sometimes.
I know the feeling, but what's wrong with Fluxfolk?
He looks over at Flux's unconscious body, which is now also developing into a smirk. As hers is the only body that there's like a kind of like a heat pulsating off of them, but if anything, hers is like a cold that's like pulsating off of her that you can feel. He looks at her. She doesn't like Alphid very much.
Princess of Jahad. A lot of enemies there. Or is it more personal than that? Like,
well, it has to do with... She was hit by something that kind of corrupted her memories and her dreams. But in a sense, I think she's always been somewhat sensitive to this side of things that we... Here at Iseer, we all are exploring our dreams and chasing them. And I think she chases hers especially. And I think that it allowed her to share a connection with Father in a way that I don't think Fluxvolk likes very much.
I see.
Yeah.
So, Fluxvolk won't compromise this, will she?
I don't think so, because he like looks over at Dal'era. Between you and me, not that I think it matters that much, but Fluxvolk has a specific goal in mind. She's trying to awaken something so that Alphid can... Alphid knows the location of something. And I think she wants to know it as well. I think that's why, even though she's in a bad mood, she's been eager to take this mission on.
And I'm guessing that's what Iseer wants too? The
I
location?
mean, I think so, yeah. I think that would make sense.
Okay.
So.
There must be something special considering she's already got weapons. What more could you want?
I think Father's getting close. We're finally close to achieving our dreams.
Would Ace know what they're referring to specifically, since she spent like 18
Yes.
years here?
You know that their ultimate goal as an organization is to, at least Father's goal, is purging the tower of its impurities and achieving peace through culling the sickness that it has.
Got you. She kind of like she notes it. She notes that. So, there's been significant progress since I last checked in.
There has been. I think he's close. And because of that, there's just a couple things that are going to make it go smoother. And this being possibly one of them. I'm excited, really. It's like everything we've done is finally going to pay off. Everything with Recall and with us, the Knights, the Bishops, it's all finally going to come together and lead to a better place. And I got to be a part of that, which just feels amazing. I'm wanted.
Purpose often does.
I'm useful. It's kind of nice. I never thought I would be.
Everyone in Iseer seems to have a little bit of that in them, right?
Yeah. The place I come from, it's, I think it'll probably be one of the places that's called. And I'm so happy that I'll never go back.
Called?
Purged? In my opinion, it might even be the source of the illness. That evil place.
Which is?
I don't want to talk about it specifically. It's...
Names have power, Percy.
Exactly.
How can we know the power of your conviction if you can't even say it?
I mean, only Father knows. I haven't told anybody else. It's like... all that matters is that I was rescued from it, and I've never looked back.
Interesting. Well, Father has seemed to rescue everyone in one way or the other and made a lot of nice promises.
Yeah. Then he kind of furrows his eyebrows. Sorry. I'm probably just stressed.
No, good. Speak your mind. You might as well.
I just have this weird feeling. Like this bad feeling. Can't really shake it.
About.
And then because you sort of paid attention to it, I'm gonna roll for him here. Because I was initially just gonna have him write it off, but no, I'm gonna have him roll and add his bonuses. He stops. Wait. He looks up at the open ceiling. Ace, we gotta conceal them. I think someone's coming. I sense someone's presence. We gotta conceal them.
Okay. I mean, Ace doesn't have any reason not to believe him. She quickly tries to lighthouse, coat, whatever, barriers up.
Dal'Ara's tools join, and she sort of just like, without even looking at you, like closes her eyes, and they sort of act as like conduits that assist you with your lighthouse abilities. She doesn't even speak a word as she does this instinctively. And Percy like immediately starts like busting out random items from his inventory. Like, there's gotta be something here that can help. Oh wait, this wasn't supposed to happen right when Gabriel left.
Percy. I can't help if I don't know what the threat is.
I don't know. It came out of nowhere. It's like it teleported here or something. But I have a feeling if we don't conceal them, we're gonna get spotted. I'm trying to find a song. Here it is.
By whom?
He like closes his eyes. Three eyes.
Three freaking eyes.
And then like Leonida like runs in. You see her with the motorcycle helmet and everything, and she throws out her lighthouses as well.
What's going on? Was Jahad suddenly here?
The strike force, says Leonida from under her helmet. And because of the heads up from Percy, you're able to like hide and give like this kind of invisibility, you know. But then you start to hear like a helicopter humming from overhead. And you look up and you finally see it flying right over the open area where you all are. And it's kind of resting there for a moment. It's like floating above there and like encircling the clearing. And you see that like a little rope is thrown down, and someone like descends a little bit. They're wearing steel armor with the Three Eyes logo on their shoulder. They don't appear to be of rank or status, but they do appear to be somewhat at your rank. Short, gray hair, kind of average, handsome young guy. And he is like kind of slowly descending from the rope, but it stops and hangs maybe 100 feet above where you are. And he's looking around. And he's talking on like a walkie-talkie pocket-looking thing.
Can Ace get out from... This is so stupid. I apologize.
Okay. Yes?
Can Ace kind of look at Leonida or whoever the other light...
Yep, it's Leonida. Yeah.
And say, hold the fort?
Yes, she absolutely agrees. Yep.
Yeah. And Ace will run out. What's the coverage looking like? This guy's dangling down. He's in the middle of talking. What's the coverage looking like?
It's not looking. Oh, okay. It's a pretty open clearing. However, the lighthouses are quite capable at concealing this presence, especially since it's like a designated area you're not really moving around too much. So even though there's not a lot of things to hide behind, for example, you should be able to move within it fairly easily. I would give you like a low DC stealth with advantage.
To move in it or out of it?
To move through this clearing with the lighthouse coverage. I would do it like a DC 10 stealth advantage.
Okay, roll stealth.
If you want to move through, yeah.
She wants to divert attention.
Oh, I see.
But she wants to get far enough away from the location first.
So
that and then she's going to do a thing.
Yeah. I see.
I didn't do invention.
Oh, damn. Okay, maybe you don't need it though.
Oh.
You can do it anyway.
I don't think I need it.
No, do it anyway, just for fun. I mean, you never know. If you get a nat 20, I'll let you do whatever you want.
For stealth. No.
Jeez, both good though. I mean,
Still good.
yeah, still good. 22.
Good job.
Yeah, you are easily able to like maneuver within this entire clearing without being spotted.
So, this is so dumb.
Okay.
I'm just apologizing in advance because I'm following Ace's impulsiveness.
Do it.
Oh no.
She wants to get far enough from the clearing. Like she wants to divert the attention, you know. But he said he's hanging from a rope.
Yep.
And she has cards.
Okay.
Oh no.
She doesn't want to. She wants to get sliced through. She doesn't want to kill him, but she kind of wants to take him.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, you have a clear shot. I'm not even gonna have you roll. You're in the stealth. Like, you have a clear shot at this rope. If you so choose to, you may do this. Yes.
I can't decide if she wants to kill him or not. But this Ace has this moment where she's thrown into this like old fighting mentality with Jahad in particular. A lot of her torment beginning days was from Jahad.
Yeah.
She was tormented for a long time by Jahad. She was crystallized by Jahad.
Yep.
So she sees the soldier hanging there, and she sees like, well, we need some answers from Jahad. We need to know where Shiro is. We need to know a lot of things.
Yeah.
And she kind of has this like twisted moment where she's like, if I just cut him down and he looks powerful enough, the fall probably won't kill him. And then just, you know, maybe knock him out and take him away. You know, she kind of looks like,
okay.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I will say, Joe, as she's like preparing her arm, if you want someone to stop her, there's this moment where she's thinking, like you can tell what she's about to do. If you would like someone to interfere so that you don't have to deal with this mess, I will, like, you can do that.
That's very kind of you to offer. But I think there would, at the very most, there would be a sense from Percy. You would hear him like whisper over, like, "Won't this attract attention to us?"
Not if I run.
But the clearing will be exposed.
Ace is just.
You have a jetpack.
About to say, she literally has the jetpack on. She's like, how can I?
Okay, the Avalon jetpack.
Yeah, she's like, maybe if I just body this dude. Like,
just like, boom, take him away.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
100% kind of what she's thinking.
I honestly, like, I'm being real. That's fine with me if you want to do that.
Like I said, I think Ace has.
Do what must be done.
Yeah, I think Ace has this moment where she's just kind of like, we need answers. And Jahad's like, this is the source, right? Like, this is like, this could be something. And if it isn't, she kind of still wants to, like, you know, it's that Enduro flare. It's that side of Ace that is been tempered for a while, but still exists beneath the surface, where she is narrow, locked in. And so, yeah, I think she is going to throw the card to sever the rope from the ship.
Okay.
Before the guy like falls,
Right.
it's kind of be like a woof.
Right, and then you fly away.
Yeah.
Attempt to fly
She's
away.
just going to she's going to fly him far enough to where she doesn't go back to the clearing. Like she's gonna fly
Okay.
away from the clearing
Okay. Away from
to
the
draw
clearing.
the ships with her, or whoever's like
Right.
checking
Okay.
in or whatever.
Basically, your goal is to divert attention away from the clearing as well as
clearing. Yeah, and
kidnap
she's
this
also
guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's going to land with like him first, like face freaking like she's gonna go downward with him.
Okay. Yeah.
And, you know, kind of like
Yeah.
to hopefully knock him out. But
I see.
yeah, she's also not thinking like she's literally just thought, Jahad, need answers, don't
Yeah.
like him.
Right.
kind of
Okay.
like- So
Okay.
she's going to try to basically kidnap this
Okay.
guy.
That's fine by me. So you fire the card quickly towards the rope, and again talking on this pocket walkie-talkie looking thing, and then suddenly he starts falling. Whoa! He starts falling, swooping in. You're like kind of tackling him a bit with your body as you fly through. Is that right?
So I have an even better idea.
Okay, let's hear it. Yep.
So she does that. She 100%
Oh, okay.
does that.
Yeah.
But she tries to she's gonna like hold him, but almost kind of see like she saved him. She's
Okay.
gonna use like the eyes of charming, her deception feat. She's gonna lay it on thick with this like, oh, I've got you, you're safe, I got you, I'll put you down. Like,
Oh wow, we're
Let's
charming the
fucking
dude.
go!
It's charming time, baby.
Like,
Okay.
oh my gosh, like,
Charmin San Diego.
I saw like those rebels from the ground, and I like, thank goodness I was here. Like, you're Jahad, like, ooh. Like, you know, like,
He like coughs. What? Thank you for catching me. Can you roll deception for me with advantage?
Yeah, I got the deception feat, baby. And if the eyes of charming give me any advantage on top of advantage.
All right, you have triple advantage. Go ahead and give me 3 deception checks.
I don't think it'll be necessary.
I don't think so either, but okay.
27.
And then we'll give me another roll. Just do it.
One more,
just
to
do it.
see.
Yep, just do it.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to.
Oh my
29.
god. And
Is
there
that
it
a
is. The
20?
natural
That's a nat
20.
20, baby.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20.
Let's go.
This dude is like, this dude
He's
is like
enamored.
thanking his lucky stars that you saved his life. Thank you.
Starman would be so.
Yeah, Superman
No,
saved
no,
him.
no, let me- Oh my gosh, yeah. Is like where should I drop you off? Like, where are you guys?
Take him back to the ship, the helicopter.
To the helicopter? Are
Yeah.
you sure? I think they're gonna
That'd be
try to
great.
get it down.
That's bad. Take me away. Take me away from the helicopter.
Yeah, no. Yeah, is there like a base? Like, where can I take you? That's safe for Jahad
Back to Three
people?
Swords would be great.
Okay, of course. And she'll like take him to try to find out like information, where they're stationed, what's
Yeah.
the plan, and charming the whole way there. Awesome.
What's your name?
Oh,
Your mom.
Brigitte.
Bring it back. Oh.
she was gonna go Brack. She was gonna be like Brigitte.
Is that Brack's feminine name? Brigitte.
Yeah. Brigitte. She looks like a Brigitte. I mean,
I'm Jahad Strike Force member Charlie. Nice to meet you.
of course. Hold up. No sense hedging around this. Would you like me to is this Hedge's son?
I don't know who Hedge? Who's Hedge? Who's Hedge? Who is Hedge? Oh, that character from 100 episodes ago. What do you thought?
The head Charlie as a
No,
son?
I'm playing.
has
I don't know. Roll perception. Roll insight. Roll
She's, like,
insight.
bridal
Does this
carrying
dude
this
look
dude.
like him?
Oh.
Does this dude look like Hedge?
Hold up, I didn't-
Ace would know. Ace saw the
18.
picture.
I mean, Ace was there.
Yeah, this dude it looks like Hedge. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm glad I didn't freaking kill him.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, she's like, oh,
See, bro, that shit wouldn't have worked on me because I forgot who that dude was. So I'd have been like, nah, let me snipe. And you'd be like, oh, but that's Charlie. And I'm like, it don't make a difference. I don't know who
You
that
would
is.
have
Charlie Schmarley.
Anyway.
Charlie
Yeah.
Marley, bro.
so
I
think Ace is going to-
I was convinced no one would remember. Okay. You
Bro,
guys-
come on.
You're the lore master. If
here.
anyone, I was like Hannah might, and then I never mind. I'm impressed.
I
Well done.
literally
Well done.
wrote another gray dwarf or Hedge's son on my notes.
Wow.
When you said
I am
silver
so
hair.
impressed.
I was like,
Hannah, you're nuts.
And
Respect.
if we didn't F around and find out, we would have never known.
That's right.
So,
That's right. You were like, I'm thinking about killing this guy, and I was like, all right, yep, okay, yep.
no, we switched tactics.
Well, okay.
But she'll 100% like take him to where he like wants to go, but she's taking her time.
Yeah.
Like kind of like asking him about his work, why they're stationed here, but in a very casual, like trying to get any information that she can. Like, what were you looking for? Like, that was so dangerous.
There's been some people snooping around, and we did some digging and found that some regulars have appeared. We're looking for them.
Right. Well, I mean, I've been climbing with some regulars, and I just stopped. Like, maybe I could help.
He like looks at you
right?
as
like,
if
I'm an honorary member.
He looks at you like that should have been the most suspicious thing to ever say. Oh, I'm climbing with regulars, but instead he's like, that makes you the perfect candidate. Well done. All right.
She's like batting her eyes at him, her really charming eyes.
Listen.
You knew his dad.
You were there when his dad died.
Listen.
He looks at you and just like nods. We'll talk when we get to this town, but I'll say this much. These regulars are dangerous. If the rumors are to be believed, these regulars have been causing chaos throughout the floors.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
And
I'm so glad.
And on top of that, they're working with Iseer.
Iseer? Like that.
The cult of freaks.
A myth.
No,
They're not myths.
they're real.
Gosh.
They're real, all
Good
right.
thing you're buying me dinner at this tavern, and we can like catch up. What the heck?
Dinner. Yeah, I did say that, didn't I? Yeah, that'll be looking forward to it.
Me too.
Sounds like a plan.
Like, bridal carrying, like, I'm sorry, Hugo. It's for the job. This would be the worst time.
This is so funny.
Wherever Hugo is right now, his diamond.
Hugo's sneezing, like, yeah. It's like, damn, something's going on.
Oh Lord. This is the best. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
And you two fly off into the sunset, I'm gonna say. It's, yeah.
Hugo's how does look like it's Hedge's son. Which sounds worse than it is, I promise.
Yeah, a little bit. But the two of you fly off, leaving your plan of watching over the bodies of your friends immediately shifting. And meanwhile, Percy's
she's
just like, wow.
Iseer, they're not going to pursue their own interests. You know, she's like, you're fine.
Meanwhile, Percy is left to tend the bodies as best as he is able, and he's just like, I hope Ace is okay. I like her. She's cool.
As he just sees her, like, bridal carrying this
Yeah. He just like looks up and just salutes.
That art would be sick. Just saluting as
Yeah.
Ace carries this guy off.
Totally.
Ace is freaking. Oh my lord. Back to the dream world. Continue. That was. I could never predict where that was going.
No, me neither. But the chaos is always welcome. So, back to the dream world, the world of dreams. The vibe you're getting from this dream, the three of you, is that it's almost taking like well, maybe it's best to explain in the sense of what you're seeing and hearing, right? So, Brack, you follow whatever it was you thought you were hearing, leading to this location, and this is essentially the definition of like fantasy town. So this isn't like Shion's town in the same sense. It's like this is a D&D town. we're playing D&D. Like this is like it's got the pub, it's got the little inn, and there's like a job board that is in the back, you know. And you feel like this is where you would be starting your adventure, you know? And almost as if on cue, someone is like taking a notice down from the job board, and she just like holds it to herself. It's not Ace. Sorry.
Oh, Ace.
Yeah, Ace, you see yourself. She's just kind of like, you know, I can do this. And you see Al. You see who you assume to be Al standing there. I forgot to add the name, but and she's wearing like adventurous gear, garb with a scarf, a couple of different scarves and little like bags and such. It's time to do this. slay 5 goblins and the Goblin King. And she like rolls it up and sticks it in her bag and turns around and and she locks eyes with the 3 of you, 4 of you. Fluxfuck is there.
We got Skeleton Man, we got Skeletor, Shadow Demon, Loch Ness Monster Man, and Demon Angel.
What a
being
party!
Like, hello, adventure!
What a party!
We're the level
Her
20s
eyes
they
are
tell
so
you about.
pretty, though.
They
I
are
know.
so
Rax
pretty.
looks normal
Her eyes are
right
so
now.
pretty.
He put them away.
Yeah, so I want to reiterate, that's why he doesn't.
Okay. yeah.
It's like where he's using the ability.
Are we
Okay.
all back
Like
to
that
land
24/7.
people?
Yeah, you're back to being. That's a great. Yeah. She looks at all of you. Oh, are you here for the job board too?
No.
Oh, that's all right.
What my friend
right?
here means is, what my friend means is, would you like some help with your job?
She looks at the notice again. This is my first one here on the 3rd floor, so it'll be a little bit tricky, but... She looks at the 4 of you. She kind of, like, walks over and, like, examines you closely. She, like, walks around each of you. You seem pretty tough. Do we split it 5 ways?
You could keep the reward.
Yeah, you can keep it all.
It's the experience that we're after.
It's not a bad price point for this point in the climb. 10,000 points is that's nothing to scoff at.
Eden just
Rax
internally
just
cringes.
chuckles under his breath.
She knows what Rax gonna do.
10,000.
She like looks at you, Brack, and like hands on her hips. Oh, I'm sorry. Come from a rich family, huh?
No.
Eden is very thankful her hair is white right now. She's like, yep, she won't know.
Well, are you sure? I mean, I don't mind keeping the reward. Honestly, I just want some experience. I've never killed a goblin before, so never actually killed anything before.
Don't worry. We'll help you.
Really? Oh, where are my manners? Al, nice to meet you. And she goes to like shake everyone's hand.
The name is Brachus.
Brachus Rex? Is that a... It's like a divinity thing, right? She shakes your hand. Brachus, nice to meet ya. She goes over to Eden. Aki, pleasure. Jong.
When Eden shakes
sorry.
your hand, can
Yes.
I do a perception roll?
I would love that.
I want to.
You thought you were that.
yeah. I was like, okay, I'm surprised. You're right.
One might be
Listen.
perception, one might be insight.
So
All
you want
I'm
to
saying
do...
is that
Oh,
we need a show with Brachus and Brigitte for sure. Like these new names.
Brachus and Brigitte.
Aw.
Jeez.
Yeah, I just immediately pictured the cowboy bounty hunters from Cowboy Bebop with their show of like, here's the bounty with Brack
True.
and Ace.
True.
Ian wants to check because as she's taking in this new surroundings, she just mentioned the 3rd floor. She wants to see if it's inner or outer tower, or middle tower, I should say. She wants to see like location-wise, like, because she just said she hadn't killed anything, and she's like, wait a minute.
Right.
If you're past the 2nd floor, you should have killed something by now.
True.
And then she also
that's a good
wants to
point.
see if she's Eden, having been around lots of princesses and princess candidates in her time, she'd probably be
Right.
I get paid to speak English. It's great. She would be very attuned to knowing if they have already received the Jahad
Yes.
blood.
Aha, you're way
If
ahead
she
of
wants
me.
to see.
Yes, well done. Okay, I was planning for that. So roll perception and then insight, like you said. That's perfect. Oh, but if you had more to say, I didn't,
No, it was just those.
All right. So the 16
don't do
perception
it.
is a pretty.
Oh, good.
Damn. Well, honestly, like the perception was the easier one. So that's, you can definitely tell this is like the outer tower, and it seems like she's going a little off the beaten path to gain some experience before she continues her climb. It's the equivalent of grinding a bit, She's grinding a bit before challenging the test, so to speak. She doesn't appear to have any teammates currently. And the insight roll, I'll play some more ominous music. As you kind of think back to obviously your own experiences with this feeling, you would definitely be able to tell. She does not
Okay.
currently. the scary music was short-lived.
I was gonna say, you're just gonna tell me she doesn't,
Yeah,
but okay.
Yeah. Yep. I hyped it up for no reason. But yep, that is that.
All right.
And then she goes to shake Jong's hand. Ah, great family, huh?
Yeah, Kun Cyrus. Nice to meet you.
You guys have got me so many aliases throughout this series. It's crazy. Cyrus.
But bro, you gotta be ready, bro. You can't just be throwing
Yeah,
out
you're
the
right.
details, bro.
You're right.
Come on.
And you? And she like touches Flux's hand and then kind of like pulls back for a second.
Her, it doesn't matter, I guess.
Flux Volk. She says like very clearly, like looking at the
He's
others.
just like, God dang it!
Brack steps in. Don't mind her. Her name is Vulcan. Just
She like glares at you. Flux like glares at you.
Brack
Volk?
would be the sweat just coming down the side of his face because he can sense the glare. Just Volk. For short.
Honestly, Vulcan's that's a pretty cool name, cooler than Flux Volk. So that's cool. Hey, pleasure to. Flux Volk's like, like any animosity she had towards Al is being like intensified. Well, cool. I guess we can just set out then. I have a map here, so if you would just follow me, we can chat on the way.
Let's hit the road.
Sure. She hands the map as you head off on your little adventure.
As the dream architect, Brack is just going to take a good look at the map and go, yes, I know the location, but I can't scare the girl. All right. And so he just tries to make sure that the path is clear to their destination.
Yeah, I would say that you could even like maybe manipulate the route to make it like very easy to get to. Like, you know what I mean?
We could create a wormhole to make it shorter?
Exactly, yeah. Like you
make
round
it
the
shorter.
corner and like, here we are. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's essentially what you would be doing here. And you there's a little cave. It's not like the caves you started in where it's like, whoa, this place is meant to be. It's like a typical like little cavern that you would encounter as to find a little hidden away thing. It's pretty ordinary, I would say. And she's like, this Q&A screen is so cursed. I go to it so often, it's crazy. Anyway, you arrive at the cave and she's like, well, that was quick. Cool. I mean, I'm down. And she pulls out her longsword.
A sword user, huh?
Well, it seems to be a good weapon for training. It's not exactly ideal for most people when they continue climbing, so I figured, why not use it when I can?
Fair enough.
What about the rest of you? I'd like to know more about your fighting styles.
These hands here, the only weapons I need.
Ooh,
2 hands, 2 elbows, 2 feet, and 2 knees. Maybe a head.
Martial artist. Nice. It's the most reliable, I would say. That's a good pick. Fluxvolk looks up. She summons like her skull scythe.
Seems like she's being so extra.
Not just anybody can wield one of these. I see.
Eden under her breath goes, Jong has one too.
Yeah.
Jong under his breath goes, yeah, it's not that impressive. Relax, bro.
What about you, Kun Cyrus?
He just kind of tilts his body, showing her the sword, given what she just said about like swords not being a good weapon to use.
Aha! What do you think? Do you buy this nonsense about it being like impossible to use as you get higher? I just think that's an excuse for weaklings.
I think however good you are with a sword is dependent on the fighter.
I think you and I would get along. And then Aki, was it?
He gives her a smile like, nah, I don't know about that, sweetheart. I know the future.
I know the future.
I know what kind of woman you are.
Damn. And then Aki, was it?
Yeah, just a martial artist. She like motions to all her scars, just like, It is what it is.
She like looks at like the four of you. Are you all fishermen?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, okay.
That was
So
perfect.
to be fair,
That was perfect. That was perfect. We could not have planned that better.
Oh
he
man.
like quickly like eyes dart. Well, to be fair, the great Kun Cyrus here, you know, those great family people, he's a multi-class, so he doesn't like to consider himself with us lowly fishermen.
I see. I see.
Too generic of a position for him.
Mm-hmm. That is cool, though. I mean, I wish I could, you know, dual wield positions.
I'm sure you will at some point.
Oh, thanks. Need to boost that confidence sometimes, you know? But, all right. This is the mouth of the cave. If you all don't mind at least letting me get a few licks in for experience purposes.
By all means,
Go for
sweetheart.
it.
All right. She, like, wanders in, sword drawn. She has her pocket out, giving off a little bit of light. All right, gobbies, get out of here. You are terrorizing this town enough. And she, like, walks in. And sure enough, you walk in, and there's just, like, the stereotypical little goblin with the scimitars. You know, and they're, like, guarding a little chest, you know. Okay. Come on, Al.
Do they look like the ones from
So
the second floor that ride the little worm guys? They do now?
they do now.
He's like, hold on, scrapping whatever the fuck I was originally thinking of. Yes, that's awesome.
But I think they were called goblins, though, weren't
They
they?
so I think one translation does call them something
Barnacle
about that.
goblins. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Barnacle goblins. Oh my god.
Yes.
Pete,
I
let's
know,
go.
Lord.
Yes,
Don't
Hannah.
worry
Thank you.
about
Thank
me.
you. Oh my god. Yes. So there's a bunch of barnacle goblins in this cave,
Let's go.
and she's like, whew, and she charges in to beat them up, to stop them from terrorizing the nearby town, and she's performing not great. She's being surrounded by the goblins. What do you guys do? She's like encircled by them.
Don't
Brack,
just everybody like,
inter-
yeah, it's only gonna take one of us. Go ahead, Brack.
Oh, I was gonna say Brack intervenes to, you know, as the dream wizard. He expands the space between the goblins and herself, so she's not surrounded by them anymore.
Okay.
He's doing
Okay.
subtle things. He want her to work it
Okay.
out.
Right,
Okay,
right. There's like a moment where the goblin's gonna like go in with an attack, but you create some space, and it gives her enough time to react, chop off its arm, and go in for the kill. You know, you're kind of assisting her there. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, let me roll for her again, with advantage this time. Which just means I'm gonna do it twice.
God damn, girl.
Whoa! Whoa! Brack, I'm
She's
sorry.
gonna be a princess.
She might be a
I
lost
told you, Brack,
cause.
perhaps a less subtle approach might, you know, work in our favor. you
She's
know.
rolling 4, 5, 6. It's
Jesus Christ.
yeah, she's not the most experienced fighter. She has all the passion but none of the skill currently.
We are level 1, so.
Yeah.
I
They're
take
like
it we still
helping
have
Final
like
Fantasy players.
all
you
of
know?
our
Yeah.
abilities, right? Like,
Yeah,
we're-
Exactly.
Guys,
we're
she's just a sprout. She's gonna level up.
Let her mind some XP, you know.
Exactly.
Mhm,
Go hit those bees. Go hit that hornet's nest. You know, get the experience up.
I take it we still have all our abilities, right?
Oh yes, you absolutely do.
Okay, so she's not going to see Brack do this.
Okay.
It's one of his more advanced techniques that we ain't get to yet. It's like a wave walker, but except think Flash. Flash can move faster than instantaneous. Doesn't make sense at all. But Brack is going to like move. He's going to grab one of the goblins and he's going to run it into her sword. But she's not going
Okay.
to see him move from his side.
I see. I see.
Pretty sick.
I think there's a moment where like even like she's aware of her failures. So like if there's one thing you are noticing about her is that she's clearly observant and not observant to you, but like observant of her own abilities and shortcomings. There's multiple times where she's like, damn it, shoot, you know, and she's always trying to improve. And when that happens, she's like, she thought she messed up, but
he's gonna do it when she like swings though to bring it like forward. Like when she's swinging the sword to bring it forward, that's when he's gonna do it.
So boom, she has a satisfying kill, and she's like, yes. And she continues killing the goblins. I'm gonna give her one more chance here. One more little shot.
You're in a chance.
One more little shot here of it. 11.
Was that 211?
It was 2 11s, and like I'm gonna give it to her because this is like level 1 D&D, and AC is pretty low. AC is pretty low at this point. I'm gonna give it to her, and she's able to like finish off the remaining goblins. She's covered in some goblin blood.
Glues.
Yeah. That wasn't too. And then there's a stomp. And this bigger goblin steps out from the shadows wearing a shabby little crown. The king, huh? That should be... And then her eyes go wide. And she drops her sword. And the goblin, the big old goblin wearing the crown, walks closer to her, and she's not reacting.
Hobgoblin? Goblin King?
It's like a barnacle goblin king.
Okay. Brack is going to step forward.
Okay.
And he's just going to give her like a little subtle wink. And he's going to run in to take out the goblin's legs. A smooth stroke. So you're going to see like razor wind shinsu around his right hand.
Okay.
He's going to go in for a cut like across both legs as the shinsu expands when he cuts.
Okay. Perfect. So you're able to go in, and it's like, I was trying to think of the best way to describe this, how easy it is. What's something you can like take apart like with so easily? I don't know, like paper, something like that, where it's just like it's so easy for you to do this.
Like a knife through butter.
Beautiful. There it is.
Hot butter knife through butter.
There it is. And you're just like, whoop, it's like, yep, you melt right through it, and it's like, it like falls to the ground, and it wakes her up, and she stabs her sword through its mouth, out the other end, pulls it out. And she sheaths it. Mission accomplished.
Good job. Like, Brack raises his hand to give her a high five.
Thanks. She high fives. That wasn't too bad. And she turns to the other people who didn't assist. Looks like this job was easier than I thought. Thank you for letting me get the experience there. You can tell she's a little shaken up.
Yeah, Eden. I was gonna have Eden like observe, like, especially the freeze up. She's like suspicious into that, like not in a bad way, but just like it's pretty early on in the tower to like be freezing up at something like that, and that's why she's kind of like, is that a deep-seated thing? Is that a trauma response? Is that a just a typical like, I haven't fought a lot of things and this took me by surprise, like more innocent to like that?
Right. So I get what you're saying. I think that she would kind of roll insight.
Alrighty.
Give me another insight roll. You rolled really high on the last one though, so I won't like. It doesn't have to be.
It didn't do it this time.
Advantage because of the previous roll.
Hold up. Dreamweaver effect.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
all nat ones are now nat 20s.
Yeah.
No,
that's all you had to say, Brack.
They're on nat 20s.
So bust out the cheat codes, bro.
Yeah. Exactly. Literally.
You gave him console power. No.
Put in the game shark.
Pseudo everything.
So you get the impression that it's not trauma per se. Instead, it's something specific about that creature that artificially like triggered a response in her that even she doesn't know about. And she has experienced it before, and she's still figuring it out too. Something about that creature like made her freeze up because of something about that creature. Did I do a good job of...
I'll take what
Aren't you happy you rolled?
Well, like, what I'm saying is, it's not trauma.
I'm just fucking with
It's
you.
not general combat. You
Okay.
don't get me started.
Okay, and no, that she didn't hear that. Never mind. Continue.
Okay. Yeah, so she's kind of like, well, that wasn't too bad. Let's make our way back.
How long have you been fighting, if I might ask?
Well, I've read all kinds of stories ever since I was a kid. And when I entered the tower, I was pretty happy. But, to be honest, I haven't always been the most skilled. I'm trying my best, though. I think that the biggest thing for me is that it's like I sometimes get help from someone a lot more skilled than me. He is so lovey. Ever since we came back from our trip, he cannot stop.
He
just being
missed
all
you,
over
that's
us.
why.
Come on, buddy.
He's a sad boy.
True.
He's like, never leave me again, Dad. Never.
She mentions this kind of like presence that sometimes she says, I don't know, sometimes when I'm in need or when I'm struggling, it appears to help me. Tells me what to do. Guides me, I guess, in a sense. But sometimes I freeze up because I see this presence. It's like it reminds me of him.
Who's him?
Sorry, I'm thinking out loud.
No.
I've never met him,
It
but
means you need to talk about it.
well, you all are really good listeners, considering we just met. I appreciate it. It's like I have a connection with Jahad. So I think when I see things that remind me of the King of the Tower, it like forces me to freeze up. But I don't get it. I've never met him before. I mean, why would I? He's King Jahad.
Okay. This is Eden history lore levels that I need to run by you, old wise DM. Eden probably would have known a general profile. She would have studied the princesses coming up through the ranks herself and then through Darby and all that. Does this sound what she would know of the Princess Alphid Jahad that she has?
Is it like consistent?
On? Yes.
So
like this whole like having visions of Jahad.
I see what
up
you're
in battle,
saying.
Et cetera, et cetera.
So definitely nothing about freezing up in battle or like connection to Jahad. I would say it's more like she was one of those princesses that were not as popular or renowned because mostly probably because she didn't have a great family name attached for one thing, and she only had one 13-month, which I guess it was pretty common amongst most of the princesses. But like point being, there was nothing that stood out too much about her aside from the fact that she was incredibly skilled. So that is one weird thing where you're like, huh, was she really, like you pointed out, right? It's like, huh. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like inconsistent, but it's certainly like weird that you're in comparison to what you know she becomes in terms of like being chosen and being skilled.
Right. Because like Eden's also having a little trouble like putting the pieces together because she said that she's entered the tower, correct? Just so I get my facts straight.
Yep.
So she has been past the second floor, correct?
Yep.
As a climbing thing. Okay, so and she's not using Shinsu.
Yep.
That we've observed.
Right.
And she's not a princess yet. And Eden is kind of like, that's generally what gets them in. They don't generally get picked afterwards because, you know, going through her own stuff, she's like, they're generally very cultivated to have all of the correct prerequisites. So like her like being in the tower without having been princessified yet.
Right, I
Kind
see
of
what you're
like-
saying. Yeah. I think that
she's-
I don't think she would have been the only. That would have been something that you would know about her, maybe. Is that like
Right.
there are some rare cases where you become a princess either during your climb or whatever. You're right though that it's pretty rare. Yeah. It's very rare.
Okay. And would she know like her Shinsu type and position? Like, as as a princess, obviously there would be some information because like Eden is trying to think back, and she's like, I don't remember her being like a sword wielder, like brawny
No.
fighter type of character. That's why she's kind of like, this is weird in the fact that like she's getting scared of goblins, and even as a second level.
So
or,
again,
not
she
second level, but
again, I want to emphasize that she showed barely any fear in front of the goblins, but the presence of the crown forced her to stop. It like halted her.
Okay. So it's connected to the visions of Jahad,
Exactly.
is why she
Yes.
froze up. Got it.
It like forced her to like freeze. In fact, if I was to draw a comparison, it would be like when Endorsi freezes around the snakes, because of the connection to the
Okay.
Yeah.
So all right. So Eden will make all those observations. And she'll just be like, so if you're having visions of the king, like, are you scared of him, or are you in awe of him?
I am kind of neutral on it, to be honest. It is strange, but I mean, I guess I don't really know what to make of it. Just weird visions, weird dreams, right?
Can't say that I've had my own of that, but that's interesting. And she'll kind of like flick a look to Brack of like, this is the dream world, like, and he is the dreamer guy, like,
Yeah.
she's finding it odd that like she's having dreams of the king,
Right.
and it's causing her to pause, and she's like, she's finding that point particularly strange.
Okay.
In this whole thing, and so she, kind of looking to Brack for like, has this like, have you heard of anything like this type of thing, but isn't saying like, oh my gosh, that's so weird, but like,
Right.
just trying to like chat conversationally with her.
That's odd. Can Brack do something real quick?
Yeah. Of course.
Joe, just tell me yes or no. I understand I have abilities, but
I appreciate
no?
it. That's kind of you.
So have you seen Inception?
I am gonna sound like a uncultured.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You answered the question already. So what I want to do is have you heard of the game Psychonauts?
Yep.
Cool. I want to open a door into her dream mind.
Oh my god.
That's what I was trying to enable.
Okay, so basically you've entered her dream, and then you're now going to enter
I'm going
the
inside
dream
her
Alph's dream.
There you go.
Okay.
That's Inception. There
Another
you go.
layer.
Right there.
Oh damn. Okay. I'm
So
getting
Eden
Penacony
would probably
flashbacks.
like keep the conversation going specifically about Jahad to like help Brack.
Oh, that's a fun idea. Okay.
Yeah.
You notice that like she's like a little nervous, and she's like nibbling on a snack, and Brack, I'm going to have you roll religion at advantage, okay? Because this is definitely a tricky thing, certainly possible, but like if you roll really bad, it might be too challenging, even within this dream.
No, fair. Don't want to make it too easy.
You get advantage though. You're the king of this world. You're the boss. You're the boss.
I can't really.
Oh, let's go!
That 20, baby. Let's go.
That 20.
Let's go. Brack is about to lose clues into that brain. Let's go.
Let's
Okay.
Brack can do. We can do.
Bro. Not my mates, bro.
So you have entered. You have entered a dream of a dream. You are the dreamer of dreams, Brack. And thank you.
Brock wants to search for the source of
Okay.
the thing that's plaguing her.
I liked this theme from earlier. Let me play it again. Okay. So
Just let me know if it's possible. That's all I
it
need.
certainly is. That's not good. What you see is 3 eyes, 3 gleaming red eyes, orchestrated in a triangle. You see a throne and a king's cloak. You see an empire. And you see a weapon bestowed upon you. You see yourself wielding it. You see all these things in flashes. And then you hear a voice like guiding you towards it. Sort of like the voice in the darkness when no one else is there. Helping you in your daily tasks, even when required. But more so also almost knowing what awaits you.
Okay.
If you would like to dive deeper, that's like the most I really have is that kind of.
No. You good.
Okay.
Because I think I know what the source is. I'm just trying to think if Brock would know what the source is.
Oh, do you want to?
And I don't want to metagame it just because like I want that airship, but
yeah.
you see.
Anything for that
One track
airship.
mind.
I respect the dedication.
Brock is probably going to try to scan a little more. Like, can he roll perception to see if he could see the area? Like where he would think the item would be that could be ailing her?
The item.
Yeah.
What do you mean by item?
All right, so I'm gonna give you my thought process.
Okay,
Brock isn't
okay.
thinking this. My thought process is it's the weapon. The weapon from Jahad.
Okay.
Since that's the main thing that kind
Right.
of seems to be like
So-
constantly mentioned or showcased.
Well.
It could be just a vestige of the 3 eyes. If that's the case, I'm poking all 3 on
Oh,
an eye.
you're thinking like
Oh.
her dream of the weapon?
Yeah,
So,
because that might not be the case, and you might not be
Yeah,
either
I'm gonna-
there yet, or it might be something else.
it's a fun thought. I don't think you would find much by exploring that route, though. I don't think it's the weapon. I don't think this is stemming from her future weapon.
Okay, then we doing Brack thoughts. Then Brack goes and pokes each of the 3 eyes. He makes them tangible, and he pokes all 3 of Jahad's eyes.
He poked them and they go, ah!
Wow. My basketball shorts.
it's all I got. Let's see.
But with that, Brack is going to Blue's Clues his way out of her head.
Okay. And then she's still talking to you, Eden, like, yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I mean, I've heard it, obviously, like, is King Jahad we're talking about and stuff, but the stories that I read were, I don't know, I read more about the family heads, Kun Edwan, and his adventures and his trails around all the different parts of the tower and all the people that he met and all the romances that he encountered and Hendel Lock Blood Matter and all the sort of the people he's protected and his adventures. I think that's what inspired me, to be honest. Jahad, I don't know. It's not like I have a reason to be dreaming about him, right?
That's fair. I mean, he is kind of an overarching presence in the tower itself now.
Right.
So
Exactly. We hear about him every day.
maybe it's just more on your mind than you think.
Maybe you're right. Anyway, let's head back, huh?
All right. I figured we were walking and talking.
Oh, for
at that
sure.
point.
Yeah, that's true. I just knew that Brack was like focused, kind of. So I wasn't sure if he would have been, but like we can say he was. And
The Dream Master can bend time and space.
yeah, this dream. You're right. Yeah, what am I saying? This is the Dream Master,
He is the master of the world.
the master of dreams. And Brack, you hear a voice in your head. I'm just gonna jump to Brack. Because you were using these like powers, you hear this like weathered voice say, "You've done well, dreamer of dreams. I am proud of you." Before it too fades, like the voice that Jong heard.
That better not have been a collect call. We don't have dream money.
There is no response. And as you're walking back, you're just kind of chatting, and like Al would hand everybody a little chocolate. She would give everyone a little candy bar, a little chocolate candy bar. This music is kind of funny as I'm saying this. She would hand everybody a little chocolate candy bar, and she would like watch to see if she would take a piece of it and like eat it to show her goodwill. But you would know that like even though you're continuing to walk, she would like pay attention to if you're eating the chocolate.
I even eat it.
Pay attention to what?
Okay. You just notice her. I'm sorry. You just notice that she's kind of eyeing if you eat it. Like, for some reason, it matters to her if you eat the chocolate that she gives you.
Is this it's a dream. Brack can pretend to eat it. Like, when it touches his tongue, it dissolves. Like, he don't got to eat candy.
He doesn't like sweets. Just turn it into a piece of
delicious. You notice that she smiles when she kind of like nods whenever she sees someone eat the chocolate that she gives. So, Jong, this is important. Do you eat Alphid's chocolate?
I mean, I could, brother. I could. That's a path
not.
I could take.
Nah, do you not?
But that's pretty boring. So,
wow.
I'm gonna say that Jong's discipline is so strong that he would not eat the chocolate, even in a dream.
Crazy. She kind of like gives you a weird look, like she's suspicious of you now. Like,
Enel just clapped her on the shoulder. You know those great family types. They gotta watch their figure.
Ooh, eating salad all day, lovely. I don't trust somebody who doesn't eat chocolate. Like
No. Coons only eat sour grapes.
She can't hold back a little guffaw at that one. And she'll like slowly approach Flux and give her one too. Here you go.
Ian like immediately looks at Flux of like, you gonna eat her chocolate bar?
Hell
You
no.
eat other ones.
I only eat Damien's chocolate. This chocolate's disgusting. She drops it on the ground.
Which I understand, but Brack reforms the chocolate after she drops it and gives it back to her.
What do you?
Just eat the candy.
You're having too much fun in this world, in this memory, aren't you?
But Brack's
I'm
your
just
favorite.
doing my job. I'm just doing my job. What did you say that I was? You said that I'm the dreamer of dreams, right?
That wasn't me. You thought that was me?
Don't put that shit on me.
Well, whether you said it or not, I'm here. Okay. Now eat the goddamn going candy, please, so that I can get my airship. Here.
Fine. She puts it in her mouth and swallows. She doesn't even chew it.
Thank you. Don't mind her. She's just cranky.
She seems...
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever you're thinking, yes.
Cool. You make your way back to the village, and she goes up, and she gets her reward, 10,000 points, and she's like, oh my god, I can do so much with this. And she turns back to the rest of you, and she gives like a formal bow. Thank you so much for your help. I hope we meet again soon on our various travels. And I hope to see you up the tower at some point.
Sounds like a plan.
Never know. Just might.
And then she like turns to continue on with her little adventure. And you get this impression that like this little memory has been successfully sort of guided along, but it starts to like kind of shift as if a pond, as if you threw a rock into some water and it starts to ripple, and it starts to shift into something else. And it's like the vision of Al. I actually have you know, she gives y'all like a nice genuine smile, right? We did a little smiling one too. And you know, as she walks away, kind of like, you know, she's doing the classic to her next little adventure, probably to take the next test. Her like form shifts as you instead see believe it or not, the Xeno, like the Iseer ship. And
he's like, this bitch. They're flaunting their floating ship in front of Brack.
True. Yeah, Brack, you want the Xeno?
They're flaunting their wealth.
You want the Xeno, Brack?
Keep them on track.
They're in my domain.
I just love it. In like 15 minutes, Brack is like, I am God. This is my world.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Brack will turn that thing into a toy boat in a second.
Well, you get the impression that this is sort of an extra memory, maybe even one that isn't supposed to be seen. It's sort of like as you're leaving this memory, you're catching something else. But it's not one of Al's memories. It's one of your memories.
Oh, no. We don't like those.
No, you...
This is why we don't go to therapy.
One of Brack's memories.
One of Brack's memories?
One of Jong's memories. One of Eden's memories.
Oh, no. It's all of us.
Everybody going to the Xeno.
Except...
Brack could
nothing good ever happens at the
Weaver into it, you know, if need be, but...
It's sort of like it's almost
airship.
like if you die and you're like looking at your body from above, because it's like a third person memory. It's like a third person view. You see yourselves lying on like mattresses, cots, you know, on various beds, asleep, unconscious, something of that sort, looking peaceful overall. And it's not just you three, it's Wu as well, and Damien, and also Alphid. And Father is standing over you all.
That's not creepy at all.
Bro, what the fuck?
Please don't tell me he's singing the Lord Diddley song.
He just smiles.
Just
yeah. This time he's like looking down and he's like, it's like a look of satisfaction. He smiles. And then there's a voice as a hooded figure, hunched over, walks over to Father. Is it working? Better than I could have imagined, Balder. He turns back to the six of them.
Pause. Was it Balder?
Mm-hmm.
Like Baldur's Gate?
Remove the E.
Got
Otherwise,
it.
yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You see...
Oh, the Asgardian. Gotcha.
I wasn't sure at first, but each of them has a fierce goal in mind. They didn't enter this tower by accident. I can only thank our friend for leading them here. Ultimately, the world, without the tower's illness, it's only possible because of the dreams. That's why I started Iseer. To fulfill everyone's dreams. I find it ironic that this power will be the key to it all. Balder, I need you. Without you and the others, You're showing signs, aren't you? It's affecting you, the illness. It's affecting the other dreamers, too. But with Alphid, he turns back to her. She's a little different. But through her, we'll have our 5 pillars. she'll give us the chance to speak with them. Talk to them. We'll allow the bishops to give them the power that they need to kickstart the potential within their bodies. And then, that's when Fluxlock will come in. And he smiles. We're getting closer, Balder. Closer to curing it. To our goal. And then the vision fades as the memory turns to reality.
Quick question. As we're looking at this memory and we're seeing everybody laid out.
Uh-huh.
You can say no. But what are we wearing? Are we wearing the clothes that we remember entering the tower in? Are we wearing something different? Is Alphid wearing something different? Does she look more like a princess, less like a princess? Like, what do we look like? Do we look damaged? Anything?
This is an excellent question, Hannah.
Uh-huh.
An excellent question. There's one simple way that I can explain this, and I'll pull it up with an image rather than needing to explain. I think this will answer your questions.
Ruka's correct. Is Jong blonde?
Is Jong blonde?
is
he blonde?
I mean, I'll tell you one thing. He'd have to be fucking unconscious to be fucking hanging out with Iseer. I'll tell you that right now.
I think that's why we are.
This is what you're wearing.
So our floor 2. So Jong is blonde.
That's right.
We're wearing all of our floor 2 stuff.
That's right.
And do we look damaged of any kind, or just
No.
taking a nap?
Just taking a nap.
No, I call cap on that, bro. They would have had to knock me the fuck out, bro. There's no way. There's
It
no
was the fumes
way.
from the frosted tips. Knocked you right out.
Spin it however the fuck you want, bro. But there is. That's
Okay,
crazy. That's
so-
crazy.
Upon Eden seeing that in particular, because she remembers entering the tower wearing something else. Now,
Well, go ahead and explain.
no, so she's like, she always kind of wondered how she got in that outfit, into like going into the tower.
Oh.
She kind of like attributed it to, maybe she just got new clothes because her clothes were pretty, destroyed.
Right.
Before she entered the tower. Maybe it was like some magic or
Right.
something. But does this
Oh.
trigger any memory blocks
Wait.
in her little Iseer
Yes.
part?
So that is
Hell
a
yeah,
phenomenal point. You wouldn't be wearing those clothes then.
Oh,
you
okay,
would
okay.
be the exception then. You would be. I don't think you'd be wearing like the rags either. You would be in like a simple like robe.
Okay.
A simple black robe would be what
Okay.
you're wearing.
Okay. Because, yeah, Eden was always skeptical of, like, she's like, how did I get in these clothes? They're bomb, but, like, it was always kind
They're
of like...
sick.
They're
They give me good
super
stats.
But, yeah, she always kind of wondered that because what she entered the tower in never matched that.
Right. That is so interesting.
Which is why she was kind of standoffish, because she's like, what the fuck is happening up all the way back on the second floor? I've been plotting this forever.
Damn, full circle. Let's go.
Yep.
135. That's it. Beautiful.
More floors in the tower.
But yeah, that hopefully that somewhat answers that. Does
Okay.
anyone else have any questions of the scene that was witnessed?
I said, did it trigger like any of the memory blocks? that
Oh.
Iseer has? Because we're looking into something we
Oh.
shouldn't know, right?
The only thing that I would say is this. It's because okay. What you know is that there was apparently something that happened after you were chosen for the tower, but
Correct.
before you arrived on the second floor. And it never seemed to like how would it fit? And it seems as though it may have been in the form of a dream. And that's like the method that was used to handle this sort of meeting or event that took place. So Alphid being involved, father overseeing it, how acquaintance that was mentioned, being responsible for assisting, whatever it was. You still don't know what happened, but you figure that this is like, these are your bodies during that in-between time, however brief it might have been.
So the other thing that's going to like peek in her mind, and again, if this pops against one of the memory barriers or not, it's up to you. But she remembers when Regulus pulled them out of the crown game. And how he was like, you all, like, he was very accusatory in the fact that he was like, I know you know each other. And we're all like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right. That's true.
And so, like, looking at this now, does it, like, spark any, like,
okay,
I did know these people beforehand.
So what it does,
how do I know these people?
Right. So what it would spark is certainly it's a little bit of proof of at least you being in the same vicinity as these people that you thought were strangers. But you don't know the same vicinity or room.
Okay. All right.
So,
but it's not like we knew each other before entering the tower, because that was always something like.
Oh, no, not before entering the tower. If you did know them, whatever that means, it is something to do with this.
The in-between time.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Right.
And so Regulus's suspicion would be somewhat proven in that it's not a coincidence that the 5 of you were paired together when entering the second floor's test.
Got it. So it's like a paradox. I want to add into it, that wouldn't have been the Breck that y'all know. That would have been in that dream with y'all. It would have been 8.
Okay. Well, we'll certainly maybe get to some of that later,
Yeah.
but that's cool.
Because Brack wasn't created until he got in the tower.
What was
the
that?
persona of Brack.
Yeah, Brack Bronson. He wasn't created until
that moment.
CFC time. Yeah.
What were you saying, Hannah, about that? About 8?
No, I wasn't saying. I was writing.
Oh, okay.
So it was probably just interference.
You're good.
Like, I was more or less just like writing and.
I see.
My apologies.
No, I thought you were saying something. So that's very, very, very good point, Brack. Milios, whatever your name is, beautiful. I keep calling people. Cool. Well, any questions will be shortly answered later, as the vision begins to fade away.
Oh, quick thing. I did ask, is Alphid in
Jahad
princess attire? Does she have Jahad, like a pin?
She's in more or less this attire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a simple white dress.
So, like, not looking as if she would be associated in typical princess fashion.
No.
Got it. Okay,
yep.
Okay. All right.
But, like, by this point, she looks like that. Older, more, there's just a presence about her, even unconscious, that shows that she was a princess by that point.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
As you all exit the dream, Ace, how's your date going?
This woman gets around.
Hugo will hear you. God,
hey, Hugo. All right.
It's not a date, it's a mission.
Sorry, my bad. Of course. I don't know.
How is it going?
Well, you make it to 3 Swords, we could say. And the helicopter's still kind of figuring out where you're going, and you're able to kind of. I'll let you take over. I mean, do you go to the bar? Do you hide away? Like, what do you do?
Well, I think Ace is playing aloof. Like she's playing like she's the privileged princess.
Right.
Type of girl, like kind of like, oh, I just hit things, like very kind of slightly bimbo-ish.
Yep.
So like my daddy has money.
Of course.
Type of, so she is having drinks with this fella, and kind of just trying to see what information he naturally offers up, because again, she's not acting smart. She's kind of just opening the floor to what information he's giving, while also like hyping him up just enough.
Of course, to keep up the
Yeah.
Wasn't easy
It'll
joining
last for
Jahad
an
Strike.
hour too.
That's true.
Oh,
It-
the time
yeah,
limit?
there is a
Oh.
time limit. Joining the Jahad Strike Force was not easy, but I was lucky in that me and a bunch of the other boys, we were Jahad sponsored regulars, which helped us climb really fast. I honestly am not the most skilled in my platoon, but I am lucky to be surrounded by a lot of talented people who hopefully are. He keeps like peeking around, like hopefully they'll be here soon. He's like, like, it's taking them so long. As you're like,
How many are you expecting?
I got a
Like
couple
runner
friends. The captain, the others.
Couple?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's a captain?
Yeah. Indeed, he's a good friend of mine. But either way,
Oh.
were you interested in joining?
I mean, I don't. Do you have to like hit things like really hard? I don't know if like I'm cut out for that type of like work. Like,
you got to
it
get your
sounds
hands
really-
dirty, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But like that sounds like like a little too sweaty for me. But like it sounds cool. And, like captain.
So
Like,
around
like,
this
you just call him
point,
captain.
I do. But and then like
Yeah.
around this point, the NPCs would have been making contact with you and wanting to like meet up. Is that cool?
She like puts it on do not disturb.
Oh damn!
Uh-oh.
Hugo, get your woman.
Hugo would definitely find that incredibly suspicious. But because Ace is never silent.
Right.
Oh shoot!
So she's like she doesn't even like she hears it buzz, but she knows that if she breaks now, it will like put suspicion on her.
Right.
So she kind of just like brushes it aside and is, kind of like again like like she's trying to get the captain's name, she just in case they know him, like it's freaking Scopio or whatever.
Right.
And then yeah, like she's just trying to get like numbers, how many's there, like oh my gosh,
Okay.
how long are you here for? Like what's your strengths and weak? Like she doesn't like she's not that obvious about it, but like she's just trying to get as much information
Right.
that could be useful to them as possible. But she's smart enough not to go so hard that
Okay.
he's like, oh.
He's like going through like I'm trying to think of what you might want to know. Like again, the Jahad Strike Force, we tend to be a bit stealthy, right? We were chosen for reasons and kept in this area specifically to be on the lookout for these kinds of problems, regulars that are causing issues. Captain Minjun is his name. He's a badass. He's a good dude. That's a good dude. Love that man.
So like you have like really good eyes, is what I'm hearing.
Wow. Thanks.
You can like spot. Is that what you were doing? Like you said, you were up there for like looking for like troubled regulars.
I
or whatever.
was. I mean, the other boys,
Are
talent.
they around? Oh my god. She's like feeling like, oh my gosh, like are we in danger? Like
It's crazy. Yeah, they very well could be. They could be hiding around any corner. So be careful.
well, like you're gonna be around to like protect me, right?
Of course, and the others too. The others will be here soon. Corraine.
Oh.
Tallahassee. Shiro. The boys.
Oh my gosh. Those are such unique names.
Yeah. Junwoo. We're the Jahad Strike Force for. Yeah. I mean, he's one of my best friends.
Is he like? Huh. Well, listen. I'd love to like meet them all and like treat them all to drinks because I totally can. My dad sent me with so much money, and
That'd
so
be
I
great.
can like buy you all drinks and stuff. Cause like you guys work really hard, and I don't know, like you just don't see Jahad soldiers around often. My friends are gonna be like so jealous. They totally, like, they wouldn't believe me, honestly.
That's true. Well, don't worry. I'm sure you'll get along with all of them just fine. He takes another
Yeah, like
drink.
how far do you think they are? Cause like, I gotta get like beauty sleep and stuff too. So like I don't want to be like out too late.
They should be here any minute.
Amazing. Ace is like, oh, Shiro, okay. Oh no. So she's definitely gonna like wait and like keep pouring drinks, and she's gonna. I mean, she's in the situation now.
Yeah.
So I think she's gonna try to wait and see if they come up in a few. In a few minutes, and hopefully,
yeah.
one of the NPCs show up.
Well,
or actually.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
No, just honestly, I think that's a pretty good place to leave off for now, because I think we would say that Jahad Strike Force looking for their lost trooper, information that you're acquiring. NPCs, especially Hugo, yeah, definitely like weirdly suspicious, so they're probably like moving around the town trying to, they're already investigating anyway.
We could end it with, if you don't mind the flavoring of maybe Ace real quick, like, okay, like, do you mind if I, like, take a picture? Like, can Jahad army people take pictures, like, on the pocket? Is that,
I mean, we're supposed to be a pretty secret organization, but
true.
I'll make an exception for you.
Oh my gosh, thank you. If she, like, gets her picture out, like, get her pocket out, like, does, like, a selfie, and sends it to the Shion mechanic and Hugo mechanics group chat.
Oh my god. Yeah?
With the 3 swords emoji.
Yeah.
And just like, yeah, she'll just and yeah, I'm pretty sure that whole thing. Yeah. Well, just that's what she sends. Just the whole hey.
Hugo's just like, where are you?
The three. She just
yeah, that's true.
Swords, like,
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they read the message for sure. We'll find out where and how that happens next time on Towers and Gods. I'm sure it won't be a freak out. I'm sure it'll be fun.
Just the big bird into the tavern. That's not what I meant. Be cool.
But yes, thank you all for joining us. That was episode 135 of Towers and Gods. Thank you to Iseer and Milios and Ruka and Hera for joining me. So a couple things, guys. We will not be live next week. As we said, summer is a bit crazy, a bit sporadic. So
and it's a holiday.
It is a holiday trip. That's true.
We would all have all of the fireworks going off, so it wouldn't be a pleasant listening experience anyway.
That is true. Plus, I'm going to LA for literally flying in and then flying out by the end of the day. It is in and out. So it's going to be fun. But yes, thank you all for watching. We'll be live again in 2 weeks, and we will see you all then. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Adios. Nos vemos.
Farewell.
The 11th. Mark
La, 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 la.